Watch me slide it up my body.
Okay, I'll do the same.
But like in theory, if people more experienced, day 0 is quite useless. That's a very Mafia thing to do.
There's 3
Let's Lynch cap.
Yeah, there are 3
I don't like the way he
Mafia.
moved this card along the floor.
Go ahead, Lynch me again, you fucks.
So that means they're the Mafia, 3 Mafia, so 2 kills, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
But only as long as it's
Okay. So, first, everyone heads down. Mafia heads up and identify each other. And give me a second. I only see 2 Mafia heads up because I only see, I see 3 of you guys. I'm kind of an idiot. So, Mafia heads down. Cop head up. Cop head down, and medic head up. Okay, medic head down. All right. Everyone, heads up. Introduce yourself. State your case for if you're a townsperson or not, and why.
If you struggle to see people in the room, just look at the screen.
Oh, thank you.
Why do we do
That's a
this
good
again?
idea.
I don't know.
I don't do the night.
Introduction's fun.
It's worthless. This.
I think it's just
Okay, we can skip it. All right, then let's skip it. Do you want to
Because
just,
what I would
Can we start
what I
with
would
night
much
zero?
rather see is I want to get people accused and try to defend themselves.
right now.
so
yeah.
do you want to start with the lynching, or do you want to start with the first night and have?
I don't know what.
Just start the
I
lynching.
mean, you
Okay.
can't ask me, right?
Start the lynching.
We
Start.
should-
I
wanna accuse K-pop. When you got your card, you put your game face on, and that tells me that you're something.
What is
And
my
I
game
think
face?
You were just getting ready. Trust me. I
What
think
is that?
K-pop's Mafia.
What does that even mean? I mean, I might have a game face, but I'm just excited to play Mafia because the last time.
I think a lot of
I just
people
had the
that
worst,
would
like,
pick
crack
up
in the entire
a
room.
card
You
would
know?
just kind of be like, if they were towns,
Yeah.
would just kind of be like pretty chill about it.
Yeah.
And from reading you, I just think you're instantly Mafia.
Okay. What if I'm a roll?
That's a possibility as well, but chances are you're more Mafia than the role.
Well,
Because
see,
there's
the
two
chances are
roles.
exactly the
Two
same.
roles,
pretty
three
funny to
Mafia.
me,
There's
though.
2 rolls. There's 3 Mafia. Chances are slightly better. I also be a Nillavilla because I like being Nillavilla because I like saying Nillavilla. And I've also not played Mafia in the last
Strong
couple of days.
defense.
I like saying
To
Nillavilla.
be fair though, when we were doing heads down
Yeah.
and Mafia was doing heads up, I heard him giggle.
The sound thing is worthless. Like,
Okay.
it's
Sound
actually
thing,
worthless.
sound thing is pretty worthless.
It's just
I think-
unreliable.
I think my game face is pretty. I mean, I'm just excited to play some Mafia. Maybe I had an exciting card, but that doesn't like the chances of killing. I think it's actually kind of bad if you see it for a game face because the chances of lynching me because I have a game face, killing me because I'm a roll is really bad, like super bad. So if I'm a cop or a medic, killing me 9-1 is awful.
I'm not really that scared of Brian as Mafia later
That's
in the
what I'm
game.
saying.
I don't think I'll be able to pull it off anyway, so I don't see any need to lynch him on
This is
zero,
not
or
a
day
good
0.
defense. It's not a good.
It's not a great defense, but I don't think he's great at
Well, I mean, it's not a good
defending
accusation. It's
No,
hard to,
com-
it's hard to
compared to-
defend yourself over. You put on your game face.
No,
Like,
compared to
It's
how
not
you
much to say.
reacted in previous games to being accused, you've had a different vibe in every single time.
well, because other
you've
times
been
I've actually had more to
No,
go on.
Every
like-
single other time you've been town.
I
Yes.
reckon if we take him out, just
I mean,
for fun,
I think it was just a random. I think it was just a random guess from James, but I think he actually got
I'm
results.
right. I think if we take him out, we're only going to get 1 death, and I might die during the night. And if I don't die, probably because I get saved.
At the same time, James has always pointed out the fact that he usually dies first, right? He's usually the one who gets capped, so it's pretty obvious when he is Mafia because he manages to survive to round 2 or 3. The best Mafia play would then to immediately put pressure on someone.
Isn't that strategy as well though? It's like, oh,
Did we-
they're gonna kill me first. And then if they don't end up killing him, then doesn't it kind of just point suspicion towards him for no
I
reason?
have a question.
Like last night was everybody was identifying themselves, right?
I have a
We don't
question.
usually
going on.
jump to
Right,
anyone's
nothing to go on.
defense in round 1.
No, I usually always go
So-
the opposite way of
Yeah.
what the...
I'm
So,
that-
what are you defending K-pop or are you accusing James or both?
No, I'm more of accusing James. Than
So also to
I think
defend,
that's wrong play.
so also defend like.
Didn't kill this
Very
guy.
I think that's the right play.
I really
Well, then let's kill him.
going on here?
I've defended myself differently before because I've had a lot more to go on. This is literally a day 0 accusing.
I have
It's
a
like-
question.
It's
Last
very hard to-
Is it better to accuse
very-
somebody and lynch somebody day 1 with the stats?
No, day 0 is awful lynching.
No, he just has a
Wait,
different
hold on.
facial
last
expression.
game we had
I could-
9
Day 0 is awful
players.
because you have nothing to go
I'm
on.
with you.
And when you're at, when you have Mafia with 2 kill power.
Okay, so
But if you're wrong,
for me,
you're
there
really
is-
wrong. Like, you
one
lose in 2
conversation.
rounds.
Okay. That's bullshit.
Oh, wait, what did he say?
Lynching is worthless.
Last game
Yes.
didn't
Day
lynch
0 lynching is
someone
awful.
Trust me,
day.
kill.
night 1
You're wrong.
or like day
You're
0
wrong.
or whatever.
You're gonna fuck this game over if you
Pinbuckle
lynch me.
suggested
I'm yellow.
we should lynch
Well,
someone
you're
before
gonna
we
make
go
your
into
team,
night.
if your town,
Wait,
you're
What the
gonna
fuck
make
is
your
up,
town.
Pinbuckle?
I'm saying
I see
we should
you.
lynch someone this day.
Day zero lynchings are almost always awful, especially when Mafia has a kill power of 2. It's terrible.
Not with
No.
these numbers.
Yeah.
We're
But
three.
we have
Oh,
nothing
well,
to go
depend.
on.
It's arguable. We're 12 players.
We have
right?
literally
Three
0.
Mafia.
We have
So if we
nothing to
miss
go on.
Lynch,
That's
then
like-
we're down to 9
Exactly.
after one.
No, we're down
after-
to 8,
You're
right?
down to
Hey,
eight.
No,
we're
they,
never down
if
to
we
8.
miss Lynch, they still.
You're down to 5 if you miss lynch.
Wait, okay.
And then-
Because the Mafia's
Wait,
gonna kill 2 in the night.
Who's
Yes,
playing?
and they're gonna miss Lynch. That's
No,
minus
it's
3, and we have
nine.
12. So
Yeah.
total of 9.
A total of 9. but I'm
9
saying-
people, I'm
9
saying.
people.
Yeah.
6 townspeople.
Yeah. And at that point, a miss Lynch, you lose the game. So.
Exactly.
Alright,
Awful to do a day
Okay,
zero.
so here's my read so far. I've played against James before, where he was trying to be really persuasive with me in the start, and it worked.
Yeah.
And I fell into it. He's playing it a bit different right now. So
How so?
I'm seeing 2 options. Brian's facial expression, how he reacted to this round 1, has been different from every other time he's been accused where he's been down. He's been more calm. He has had a different look on his face. So it's either James just pulling out a random accusation and Brian not handling it well, or James is completely playing me again in a different way than last time, which
Well,
would make him a
okay,
sick
so
player.
person-
But it's possible.
Well, he also said right before the game, I've been changing up the way that I play from game to game, just because. But
Yeah,
I
you
think it's
literally
best
got-
to be yourself.
But you can't just tell yourself, now I'll just play 100% different and get away with it.
No, but you can still make
Well,
it
can
okay.
different.
try.
I also think
But
this
this-
is
Like
it's a shit terrible town play.
Amy's been a
Like,
lot more vocal since people were like, you have to talk more.
If
So
you're
you can
Mafia,
change.
if you're Mafia, you
So
want a
let's,
day zero
let's,
miss
let's
lynch
say,
really
let's,
bad.
Yeah.
say, let's say we kill K-pop, right, and I'm wrong, okay? Like, someone other than K-pop, give the results to the rest of the group, the 2 potential options that are going to come out to it.
Yeah.
You play a lot?
Here's my
The thing
okay.
is-
Listen, if we lynch K-pop and we get nighttime, and James survives, then I feel like there are 2 outcomes. Either we lynch him and James survives and James is Mafia and we miss lynched, or vice versa.
But the thing
I
is,
feel like it's
but
super-
if
I
James
feel
is
like
playing
it's
too
really-
aggressive and he points me out, and then you're wrong, you lynch me, and then you lynch
No,
James, and we're both down,
I read
you
you.
lose the game.
I think I
It's
can read
over.
you, because as soon as you saw your card, I think, because I picked up my card as quickly as possible, and then I was like, okay, I haven't
He's
seen
usually
much
nice.
of this, and I'm like looking over here, and I'm like, okay, who's
He
got
was
their game
really
face
passive
on?
in one game.
And
he was
I just think
aggressive
that
in
you had a game
Well, not
face
that- not
of
this
you've
season.
got to play a card
the
outside
he's
of
Mafia,
town.
but-
So,
Can anyone even
But
corroborate
he was on the
this,
same
or
team
is
as
he
me in
on
one
it?
game, so he could
well,
have
no
kinda
one
said
else
that.
was looking through my eyes.
Well, I'm saying,
So
no,
I'm
you didn't
gonna-
have
I'm
to
gonna
see
go
him
on
do
that,
it.
right? But I reckon it's the play.
I think it's a shit terrible play. I think it's a Mafia play, honestly, because
I think just turning that on a Mafia, it would actually be a bad town play. So the fact that
I
you
was
just
really
call,
right,
the
yeah,
fact that you
actually,
call me
like,
Mafia,
Mafia.
this is a bad
Everyone's
Mafia
doing
play
it.
because I'm going to go out either way, right?
no, it's a
At the end
fucking
of the
shit
day,
terrible.
It's
Mafia
it would
play.
be a very bad.
Awful
It
town
would be
play. Awful town play.
No, that should have been your defense, but you called me a bad Mafia play. So you're going to be trying to turn it back on me.
It's just
I
a bad
think you're
play all
Mafia.
around.
Okay, you could have said that from the get-go, but the fact that you're just like, oh, it's a bad Mafia play. Nah, if you had a defense, it was a bad town play. It's a
I
good-
didn't say it was
it's
a bad
good-
Mafia play
It's a
at
good
first.
town play.
I didn't say it was a bad Mafia play at first. I'm just saying it was a bad decision to go on because I could also be a roll.
I would like to hear from other
Just a
people.
game face
is
I-
not being a
Mafia.
I mean, unless we're just gonna
I'm
lynch him
coming
right
back
now.
to this.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you right now, this play is fucking
I'll tell you
awful.
mine.
The only thing we'll get out of this is confusion, and if we're gonna lynch anyone, we should lynch bad town players. And I think he's a good town player, so I don't want to get him gone.
So,
I know, I've been playing
I mean, who's the
terrible
weakest town here?
I'd like to hear I'd like to hear Pim's take on this. I'd like to hear
Okay,
Pim's
so
take.
so I was very surprised because so far what I gathered from James, the super random acquisitions, like what the fuck, what's happening? And then suddenly K-pop reacts in a very strange way, and I wanna agree that I get thrown off a lot right here because everyone's playing completely different than what we usually saw. James plays differently, K-pop plays differently. Bambo has something to say before the 10-minute mark, which is the only one playing completely.
To be fair,
to the-
maybe
I
he hasn't
mean,
been drinking today.
Those two and Scriv are just silent as ever. Cap didn't even get his logic shit on. Like what the
Can
hell
I just
happened?
say something?
I'm just
really
really
fast?
confused.
The last
But
time
usually you have really
the
good
last time
points.
I
The
played,
logic shit, you didn't get it on.
the last time I played with K-pop, we literally argued for like 10 minutes, and I was almost 100% certain it was him because he was kind of like, and he didn't really, you know, it felt like convoluted, and then it turned out he was safe, and I felt like a jackass. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Yeah, it's just how he
Like
plays.
the only thing
Okay.
we gain is confusion.
I have one last thing to say really fast. So I think I don't think it's a bad Mafia play. I actually think if this is a Mafia play from James, it is a good one because of the following, now that I've thought about it. If we do a day zero lynch, and it is a miss lynch, Mafia kills 2 in the night, we're down to 7 townspeople, or we're down
No,
to 6.
six.
We're down to
6
6
town and
townspeople.
3 Mafia.
That means one more mislynch and the game is over. There's no risk for James if he is Mafia of accusing someone like me early, because he thinks he has something to go on and he has a way to convince other people to do it. So if he was successful, you can end the game in 2 rounds. So it's a good Mafia play if he's doing it, but it's a shit terrible town play. If you were town, you do not want to kill off
I mean,
anybody
did
day 0.
Okay, so as town, you're just thinking nobody's the best.
Always. I
You
never
would
like
lynch day 1.
unless there's some or day 0. This
Yeah,
is day
day
0.
yeah.
Unless there's some really obvious, like someone gave it completely away, you do not lynch anybody day 0. When Mafia has a kill power of 2. When Mafia has kill power of 2.
I think it's good to get just a read on people, but I don't
Yeah.
think you should lynch unless you
You
have
should accuse
unless
like
you have
crazy.
more than a read. I mean,
You should
who-
accuse like
see,
crazy.
like
Your
James
defense,
said
your
he
defense got better.
James said he saw something on your face. You said you saw. What exactly did you see? That's like different from his town play.
It's difficult to explain something like that. Like,
I mean, I'm like sitting next to him,
like,
so it's
you're-
kind of hard for me to
what-
look
what-
at it when
what
the
I'm,
game's
what I'm
done.
asking is, there are other players in this game that know him very well, and I'm willing to. I haven't made a formal accusation, but I'm willing to step back on it. If no one else sees it, then I might just be fucked. But
Mhm.
I might just see things that aren't there. But to me, it was pretty clear. James saw it too. Either James actually saw it, or he just went for a YOLO play and I actually fell for it. But if no one else saw it, then I'm not going for it.
I have not seen it.
If no one,
I don't think it's
think
I wanna
it's
go- I wanna go
mainly-
back
it's
to-
mainly you two that know him.
I can't see it.
Okay.
I can't. I wasn't looking at him because
Okay.
he's sitting right next to me. Then I mean, when James brought it up, I did. But I want to go back to Pip's point. Like, I agree. If we don't have a clear lynch, I'm okay either with sleeping or lynching weak town. But I don't want to lynch someone who can be strong town without really good evidence.
That's also, yeah, I think we shouldn't lynch
I think
randomly
so
in
as
a
well.
strong town.
I vote no lynch.
Hold on, okay, so if we vote no lynch, so we're 12 right now, 2 are gonna die, so we're down to 3 and 7.
The thing is, we get information
That's
without
right.
losing a round.
So 3-7, we got lynch.
Just based on who they kill, it's either they
Yeah, like-
said something that drew suspicion on someone, or they're trying to throw people off, or they think someone's strong. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why Mafia can lynch, but
Also, cop has more turns because
Yeah.
he could be the cop.
that is the big.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Exactly, and then if you fuck him over,
And the
game's
chance of
just
getting
done.
Simran, did you think it through?
What's that?
If we win a round, if we just sleep now? I think we do, but I might be just completely off because I'm tired.
Wait, it's.
If he kills
I
someone,
mean,
we lose
it's
a round.
three
just the
as
raw
I-
stats are if you lynch night 0 without a lot of info, just chances are you're going to be town.
Yeah,
75%
we
chance.
but
have
that's-
lynched a downspoke the first round a lot. Well, the round
That's
2.
really
Yeah.
bad.
Are you so that certain?
No, I'm just kind of smiling because I'm just thinking, I'm like, yeah, but we get to kill people. And that's kind of fun. So,
I won't deny that, but it's.
I
if
think
you're
we should have a
playing-
version of
if you-
Speed Mafia where
if
like,
you are a town,
like it's, you
then-
play by the 10
yeah,
rules.
yeah.
Get like a 30-second defense and then.
I'm putting this
Town
one
is
on
never
track.
going to win with
So,
10 rolls.
so do you guys want to vote on whether to lynch people right at first or just go with the first night?
It's first night.
Okay, raise your hand if you want to do just first night
I-
right off.
Before
that.
we vote, I want to hear the ones that haven't said anything.
Yeah.
If that's a
Do any-
possibility.
Town again. You don't kill me the first night, so I can
No, what's your
experience the game.
opinion?
You can say town again, you're a Mafia last game.
Oh, but I died
Oh,
as well.
fuck.
But I'll die
Oh,
before
so he
you.
meant something again, but not town. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I said
So you're
town.
Mafia?
Yeah, Mafia this time again. Hoping for a swift death.
What are your God damn it. What are your thoughts on the best way to play day 0? Do you think
Day
sleeping?
0 for me is to sleep, because then I get
So you
second
prefer to
off.
sleep,
Yeah.
unless we have someone obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you can get an extra night to
Yeah,
kill
I just
people.
love playing 2 rounds.
That's actually a really good defense.
I don't think you'd be joking around this much if you
That's
was
actually pretty good.
Mafia
defense.
person.
Okay, so.
Alright, Mac?
No, yeah.
Yeah, Mac hasn't talked at all. She usually talks.
Griff also
I
hasn't
must
said
say,
so fuck off.
after
And
the
I
one
just
round when I
wanna
was
go on
medic,
that
I
thing.
thought I'll dim it down a little bit. But I do actually agree with lynching at 0. We talked about this before. I think it's pretty random, and there's a big chance it would always get down. So I would say go round 0 and let the cop check someone, and hopefully.
Wait, you're saying so we sleep and then
Yeah, like I just always feel like it's too even if we talk about it too long, it's always going to be way too random and a big chance.
odds-wise, how often do we get it right? Does anybody know
You
that?
can't get it right all the time because it's a 25%
but
chance.
it's
It's
like
25.
until now it's been a
Information.
very.
It's really hard.
You don't have
You
zero
have
information.
lynched
Yeah,
down
it's
all
so
lost.
many
Really?
times.
Yeah.
There's a lot of info, but like, not a
I
lot of
agree.
very
Like,
solid
I-
info.
I want to sleep. I don't know why Pimp Muckle suggested we should do a lynching or whatever.
Because
Well, no, he
Day
said if
0.
you're going to lynch, it should be weak town.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Yes, but
He said
in
if
the
you're going
beginning
to.
of the last game, we just had night 0. No one said shit. This time, Pimp Muckle said, "I want to have a lynching before night 0."
Was that his exact wording?
Pretty much. Not exactly, but he's like, I want to talk and
Because
I
if
want to
we-
be able to lynch
Okay, so
before first night.
Wanting
That's
to
what he
lynch to
said.
zero is a very Mafia
But I think he did
We
it
always
because
do.
he wants discussion and shit.
Obviously.
Like,
Also,
yeah,
if we
exactly.
if we get some discussions going, we can also send it out to people. And I mean, think about this for a second. We can now safely. I mean, not safely, but we have a really good read on a few people, right? And if it's just a few, we're gonna have better chances than the 1 in 4 chance to actually get a Mafia. If we get a Mafia in the first night, we're gonna go down to 1 kill power. We pretty much win the game.
All right, can we agree that we have a better chance of winning as town now than if we hadn't talked at all and just gone
Correct.
to night one?
No, accusations are
That's-
fantastic on
yeah.
day zero.
No, I think
That's
so.
good information.
Then the round has
That's-
been valuable.
that's-
Then the question is if it's been
I would-
valuable enough to go for a lynch.
The problem is
I
I
would
don't
say
see
for
the
me it's
Lynch
not
currently
25%.
being an
So,
option.
okay, one last thing I want to say before night. If I end up dying the first night, because I've kind of put a target on my back so far, I really think James is Mafia, because it's kind of James's MO to like make a cute play and then like pass it off as being kind of the cool thing to do. So so if he's Mafia,
Well, I believe
Like
in
my
that. That's what I
dance
said from the
moves.
start.
So-
That's what I
so-
said from the start.
You're not wrong.
You two
so
are
he
Mafia
saw
just based
he
on
saw
that.
my face, right? And if the Mafia's already known who the Mafia is. So if I am not Mafia, he knows I am not Mafia. And then if he sees my game face, he is then assuming that I am some type of role, and then he wants to kill me off early.
I mean, there is also the possibility that you guys are super next level and are both Mafia.
I don't think Brian can pull that off.
Absolutely out of the question.
I'm
Like,
pretty
that would be
rusty on
so
my Mafia.
fucking-
If you watch me play the last couple of days, my Mafia
That would
is
be
fucking
insane.
rusty.
Alright,
What
so,
do you think, Bumbo? You've been quiet now for a while.
I just told you.
Here's
I
the-
think no kill though.
Yeah.
alright, I'd like one last piece of information before we add the sleeper vote. I'd like to hear from everyone who they think is most suspicious, Brian or James, and then we go tonight.
Or can we just hear who people think is most suspicious in general?
Yeah, if you think someone else is
And you
even
can
more
also
suspicious,
answer
then,
that question.
Then definitely go for that.
Do I start?
Can we start with Cap? He's been quiet for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
please go.
I don't. I think he's suspicious, but I actually don't think he's Mafia. I think he's like cop or something. I think James, like, again, I don't know why you think the logic is off point, but James has already put out the fact that he goes out early in rounds. He either gets shot or he gets lynched rather early. If he knows the pressure is on him and he's Mafia, like, that's a really good play for him to immediately put pressure on somebody, try and get the quick lynch, and then from there to kill power, etc., etc. Now, yes, it does obviously put suspicion on him, but he's already established that he goes out early, right? So the suspicion on him doesn't matter because he already feels the pressure naturally on himself that he's going to go out early. So at that point in time, if he can use that to be
Information,
effective
yeah.
against townspeople, that makes sense.
Okay, so neither for you.
No, I think they're both suspicious.
Okay, is anyone
But
more
he
suspicious?
thinks I'm way cooler.
Yes, I think James is actually
Are you wearing a
cooler
hoodie?
than Brian.
Good to know.
All right.
Unfortunately, gone.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I think Max pretty silent this game, and from what I gather in the other ones, she's a little bit more upbeat.
Depressed Mafia.
I don't know.
Fuck my life.
Do I just say like my general reads on people, or do I just?
What-
I'm
any
just- I'm
reason
just-
you
I'm
think
just-
are
I'm wondering why you start talking about Mac when we were talking about Brian versus
Because
James.
Because I don't
I
think either of them are
specifically
that.
said I want to hear people's reads in general. Right before that, you said, "Oh, that's fine too."
Oh yeah, but okay. I thought he was going to answer the Brian James thing first and then go on from there.
I thought we were
just say-
going from most suspicious to least.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Go ahead.
Okay, so I think that she is near. I think Bambo's playing back, but he doesn't have a seat cushion, so I don't really know if that's anything or not.
His read is fucked.
I can see your heart. I like it.
Because typically, when he plays Mafia, he's like really back. Whereas if you saw the last game, he's super engaged.
And he was
He's
sitting
sitting on
on
the
the
thing.
couch.
He's like 100% like I'm gonna play this game.
Hawkeye
around and
style.
here. Yeah, but when he's like sitting back like that, he can't see people. Not that I'm accusing him. I think Brian's cool. I think that he played this the exact same
Is
way.
he cooler than James?
Yeah, but I feel like
1-1.
Damn, dude.
see, I feel like James is just doing this because he's like, well, let's see what happens if I introduce this element.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. And then
I do feel with James it could be his Mafia or his town play.
yeah.
That's a James play.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the fucking confusing part. And then Scriff is always quiet. Ben Wu, I don't know. I've never played with ULD, and Pimp seems like he's playing standard. And
Do you have a read on Ben?
no, because I only played with him once, and he was safe, and he talked like a moderate amount, but never in the early stages. And he's not doing that again, right? And
Also, we have, I mean, what we also have to keep in mind that we only saw Ben in a context where, for example, LD or Brian or okay, James wasn't, whatever. But those people usually like try to run the whole thing.
Yeah.
And he only stepped up after those guys who are usually talking a lot actually just died or were in the game.
All right, just a quick comment before. I guess you're done, right?
And
Or-
Jerry.
Okay.
Wow. So I don't get to say anything.
All right, so very quick before we go to Jerry, I just want to say, on the off chance, James, that you are the cop and you found out that he is Mafia.
There was no night.
There's no search. No, there's no way to know that yet.
People identify themselves to make sure that everyone has.
Oh yeah, wait, we didn't even play the night.
Yeah.
No. Stay 0.
Okay, never mind.
So
Go ahead.
You seem a little distracted, Sin.
No, everyone is still gonna vote who they think is most.
I'm just used to us starting
We
with
didn't
because we've
speed
done
this
that
up
so
a
many games.
Yeah,
I'm playing like we're starting with
Most.
I
mean, I prefer
because
starting
it's just silent. I don't know.
That's you though. That's
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be boy. Bamboo seems.
Scriff is normally not as silent. As
I actually
Judy.
think Script is down this game.
I think Bamboo is
Just
just
to cool because he's
He's
much more relaxed. When he played last game and the first round started, I literally just looked at him and I was like, he was just like into like tense and like trying to keep up to people. Now he's like, so I think he's just down. And I think I read him pretty well because I live with him. So like, that's not a definite read.
But if you were both Mafia together, you could definitely say.
But then I'm just putting attention that I'm aligning myself with him, and then we
That's
get killed pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's
So I actually
exactly what
think-
I think.
I actually think he's down.
Should that finish his lines and shit.
But then I think Bamboo is. Looks
I think
nice.
Bambo is suspicious.
I think.
Doesn't
I think
everyone always
The
think
thing
that?
is, it's like
He's
Let
always
it
doing
finish.
good.
yeah.
Let it finish.
No, I'm asking.
Just
Do it.
the next.
We need to speed this up.
Chat is getting antsy, so can we just
Sleep.
take a vote on whether you guys just want to do it first night
I say we
or
sleep.
Guys, watch that.
We're not
Should we
here
just
for
do
you.
first night? First night or
Sleep.
Can we finish the round quickly?
Yeah, just
Or-
be quick.
one name.
One you find most suspicious, one you find least suspicious, that's it.
Go him.
James is suspicious, Griff is suspicious, Cap also not sure. I have a feeling. Brian Bambo, fine-ish, even though Brian's defense was a bit shaky. EGM, Blitz, same story as ever, but suspicious as fuck just because they don't talk. At least EGM actually had a talk, so yeah.
Alright.
Wait, so you think there's 7 Mafia?
I would just lynch them all.
Who are your actual
Let's get
counts?
it.
Like, who are
Get
your
it out.
counts?
Actually, I still want to say James is like his YOLO plays. Like, I don't know why it made so
I
much
want
sense.
to kill that whole couch.
Alright, so
So James
Who's
is in
your
your town circle,
He's
and that's
my
it.
pick.
okay. Next.
I think
Killer
James,
Lynch.
because going at 25% to kill someone and basically lose a round over that is the dumbest play you can do. And as a Mafia,
Coming from Bambo, that's pretty
As a
insulting.
Mafia-
I've seen him play Dota.
Bambo had a really good last game. He played like perfectly last game.
What, Dota?
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's why you're here.
Alright, Brian.
Wow.
Or you check it
Wow.
Alright, now we
Most
don't know
suspicious
if we kill
James
each
for the
other.
reasons I said before. Least suspicious is Sin because when Sin is playing town, he kind of puts himself in the position that he's in right now, leading the discussion, but in a very neutral way and kind of like because when Sin is Mafia, he still leads the discussion, but he tries to point it in a specific direction that he wants it to go in, and that is not what he's done so far.
Okay. I actually found Ben a little suspicious because when James made the accusation, there was a back and forth going on over here, and Ben turns to me and starts something like, "Yeah, I think he's pretty suspicious too. We should just kill him day one," which to me is not really a Ben play anyway.
Wait, so he didn't say that out into the room?
No,
but
he
said
kind
it
of
to
just
you.
turned to me and said more quietly, and if he's been doing it as town other games,
Right, that's
then
super suspicious.
I don't.
Well, it's
I
because
don't know, we haven't seen him.
we're the only 3 that live together. So I said that he's
I
more
feel that.
aggressive than normal. Because he's the only one that would
yeah,
actually
we
know.
that
I'm
now.
pretty aggressive.
But I said he was more aggressive.
But
than
you said it
normal.
more as a statement to convince me, not like asking me what I thought.
I thought you would agree.
And then you also said we should kill him as well.
I want to kill him. I want to kill him too. But
So
I
you-
think it's a stupid idea.
They're probably not aligned the same.
They're
That's
both
for
a little suspicious, and
Or they're both really dumb
except for
cat.
me.
Oh, right. I think you're pretty cool. I think you're pretty cool. Suspicious of you. Definitely suspicious of you. Just don't like you. Not sure. Not got a read on right now. I think your town I think your town right now, I'm actually a little bit suspicious of you because I think if I'm wrong and you know I was wrong on him, it's kind of like you're like, yeah, see if I can get out of this situation. But I'm either like, yeah, so I'm not too sure with you. And,
He's
and
also
with
been
you,
really
I
stable.
actually think it could be okay, you know what I mean? You
Got
got
that
you got a cool
suspicious
haircut,
vibe, right?
kind of, yeah. But maybe you're trying to get me into playing, into like, getting rid of some of these people, and that means that I could be wrong. But I think you might be more okay than not. But that's right now. I'm not really sure.
All right, take a pick.
No, that's it. I picked
Biggest
everybody.
threat.
I'd still want to kill Bambo and him, and I think he's playing slightly differently. Not sure about theirs. I would kill the whole couch.
I could see the pimp.
Listen, I would
Yeah.
have
Do you want to sit on the couch, James?
I actually want to sit on the couch.
show the best
If
player.
I survive, I'm on the couch.
My turn. Pimp Uncle
I just can't.
played differently
Yeah.
from last one. Bambo, fucking hate that guy from last game. Fuck him. No, and he's sitting back. Blitz pointed it out as well. So I'm not sure about him. James, I think he's just like throwing shit in and see what sticks and make fun of it. But he could also be Mafia, because it's something James would do if he would be Mafia as well. But I'm not
Could
too
just be
sure.
the town drunk.
Yeah. K-pop.
The poor.
Cake pop. I don't know. I thought you would
just
be
wanna
able to
kill.
defend yourself
Just wanna
better,
kill.
but yeah. And then
That's a very killable face.
Cap has been pretty
If you're
quiet
Mafia
compared to
in this
last
game,
game
James, I can't
actually.
reach you at all.
And he was medic
You're the
last
hardest
game.
breed for me then. If you're Mafia.
So he was medic last game and he spoke up a lot more than compared to now. So I'm not sure about what's going on over there. Either he's like down and not like just sitting back, or he.
Should we just pick 2 people from now on?
And then so I think either James is Mafia or full shit. Cap is something, but maybe not Mafia. Synderen, I agree a little bit what James said, and this I don't know.
All this.
This.
Just
No, yeah, but I
This
agree. I'm tired and I want to dim it down with like the last game. I
Who
played.
do we think the cop should check tonight? Assuming, well, actually, yeah, we didn't. Have
We do have a call.
That's
I
already
do
called.
think
Who do we
that-
think the cop should be checking?
I don't know.
yeah.
Who cares about the cop? We should the medic.
Chances
Make
are,
it-
chances
Check
are
Ben,
this
though.
rivalry is actually so
Any
prevalent
information
that James
is
might die.
I would still encourage the cop to check Brian. And
I say check.
check.
You're the most.
I would say Brian
I
or
can agree
Pimp.
with that,
Brian or
yeah.
Pimp, depending on who the cop is suspicious of himself. And if he hits it, not necessarily directly come forth with it and say they're Mafia, but
I
just
have a feeling that
feel the round out first.
either K-pop is something.
See, the problem I have with that is if you check Brian, and let's say you get a green check, James could have just been making a YOLO town play. But if you check James, and he was actually Mafia, then you know. Checking Brian and getting a green check doesn't confirm James is Mafia.
That's
Checking James is Mafia does. Checking James and getting Mafia does.
I think LD is Mafia.
That's
For saying who I think the cop should
that's,
check.
that's,
But shall we
that's a pretty
choose-
good point.
But
I like
that's
that.
that's perfect.
Or-
I like that.
That's actually good.
Do I get to say what I think?
Yes.
And
sorry.
then, yeah, go ahead.
No, well, I do think that K-pop is something, but I don't think he's Mafia. But I do think that you might
I'm
be
just
Mafia.
special.
You're a
For
special
the rest,
guy.
I can't really like. Yeah, Bip is playing different, but can't really tell Cap is quiet.
Nothing makes sense. I have no idea.
Alright.
I literally
so
put out the
next-
second
It's like,
points
I can't
that was
really
on the
read.
foil.
Then go.
Sin.
I
Didn't
think
he already
Paul
get
already.
this?
I would say, for me it's K-pop and Pimp that are most suspicious. And then James third, but I can't read him for shit.
All right.
So
I
that's
think,
fine.
Are we good to sleep now?
I think we should
Yeah,
sleep.
sleep.
Can we sleep?
Sleep.
Oh, Cap had this.
Motion to
Okay.
sleep.
Cap doesn't
That's
pick
where.
Well,
You want to
no, I started this whole thing.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Rusty.
wait,
That's what
wait,
I'm talking
Wait.
about.
What?
So for he's saying medic. Medic should save the strongest player,
Yes.
and then you should check a strong player so that if you know that he's cool, then you save a strong player and keep him in the game.
You should still check James, just because of the reasons from LB.
Yeah,
Medic
I know,
should
but I'm
save
saying
who
the
we think is
save.
most valuable down.
I think
Checking James, I think confirms 2 things.
Yeah.
Potential.
You also shouldn't.
I think it's good to check James and save someone else because else,
That's what I mean.
else it's possible that the medic and the cops take the same person.
Yeah.
Okay.
You save the strongest player, Bambo or Pimp.
No, don't
Or
save
no,
me. Don't
uh,
save me because I'm questioned right now because I'm playing differently. You don't know if I'm
Because then you can just
Mafia
check Bambo right after, right? So it's fine.
I still don't think.
You either save
I
someone
think there's no clear save. To
you
me.
save
So I
someone you think is a target or a strong player.
As,
At some point, you
And
just have to
check
go with
James.
your gut read.
Check
and
save
say
Cinder and save Bambos.
Save me.
This Cap. I'm
Safe.
so confused.
Sure.
that. I don't think either of them are obvious town. So I would say just save who you think is a good save.
Alright.
Good save. Okay.
Alright, Mafia heads up. Mafia, who is your first victim? Alright, Mafia, who is your second victim? Alright, Mafia heads down. Cop, head up. Who are you accusing? Cop, head down. And medic, head up. Who are you saving? Medic, head. Hold on, hold on. Alright, medic head down. Excuse me. And everybody wake up. Bambo is dead.
I told you,
Only
boys.
Bambo?
Oh,
Save the strongest
the
player.
medic save.
I'm alive.
Well,
And that's all?
That's interesting.
only one died, so
Only
medic
one
saved
died.
someone.
That's
There's no vigilante.
So we had
That is good.
so we had for sure medic save himself or
Yeah.
someone else. We deemed strong.
Alright, so do we have the same approach as last game? If the medic saved himself,
Lynch
he
this
keeps it
motherfucker.
safe. If he saved someone else, is there a value in him coming out and saying we saved them?
No.
We discussed that in the last game where we said if the medic saved himself, he should. No, it was the other way around. If the medic saved himself, he should let people know, and if he saved someone else, he should keep it secret.
Exactly. If he
Yeah,
saves
exactly.
himself, he's going to be dead next round for sure. Because he can't save himself, he's going to get killed.
Yes.
No, you shouldn't come out. There's no reason to come out, right?
But nobody says
Because if you
themselves.
save yourself and you tell people that they know you're medic, they just kill you.
Yeah, but
But they're gonna do that
they
anyway.
already get.
But they don't know who the medic is right now.
They pretty much do.
Yes, they do,
If he
because-
saved himself, they're gonna like whoever they targeted who didn't die. They have a really good reason to kill again.
Right,
They're
they're
gonna
gonna
kill
kill
Yeah,
us.
no matter
Medic
what.
can't save the same
Assuming
thing.
the medic self.
Because,
Yes,
like, as the
that's
medic,
right.
I
Okay.
thought through this whole entire scenario that I saved Sin first, right? And that I didn't come out because they're gonna shoot him either way, right?
Unless our medic
It doesn't
made
matter
a,
what happens.
Unless our
if I s-
medic made a YOLO play, basically, and
Yeah.
saved
Yeah.
someone else who's
That's
strong
entirely
town.
possible.
Yeah. It really depends on who the medic is. Like if like say Sin's the medic, he
Let's
probably
take
saves
one.
himself. But I doubt like
You
Dooney's
just-
saving
you
himself as the medic.
walk behind for-
So if you saved yourself, you do come
What's
out.
K-pop do?
Yeah,
Save someone
exactly.
else.
Because if you save yourself, you're going to be dead next round for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, that's a good.
K-pop,
point.
what's up?
I'm grabbing a drink.
I think it's the higher percentage play.
Okay.
It's not foolproof, but it's definitely higher percentage.
But you have to. If you're medic. There is no like. Town gets more information, and Mafia gets.
No,
more
I'm saying
information.
like saving yourself is generally.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
Unless you like are self-aware that you're weak town or something.
Yeah, but that's entirely possible.
Like if Dooney's the medic, I think
Save a medic,
it'd be a better town
You
play
don't
to
need
save
be
like
weak
Sin. or
town. You
something.
just don't need to be the best town. Like
Wait.
I'm saying if you're weak town, it's a better. Anyway, that's irrelevant.
So if let's say the cop got a red check on someone,
yes. Then?
it's statistically good to just come out and get
Yes.
the.
Yeah.
Then the
medic
medic
can
also-
can only.
Because
Then
then
we have
we have
one
one-
kill power,
one
and
kill
we're
power.
assuming we might have a mech remaining.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if the
We
cop,
all-
if
yeah.
the cop found Mafia, it's now. I mean that's that's our best play for the round, hands down. And we just
Yes,
do it.
for sure.
EGM, people can't see you, so they're wondering if you
You can
Come on, Jerry.
crouch.
The people want Jerry.
Thank you. Sorry to interrupt.
Did they have chat open?
Mhm.
That's it.
Who here played last game?
I did. Died first turn.
Sorry, boys.
Because I think the potential Mafia that would target Bambo round one would have possibly been in
From
the
the
last
last
game.
game.
Yeah,
and
I
I've
agree.
seen his strong.
I agree.
Yeah.
So there might be a little bit of a hint there. But I guess those who didn't play last game, some also observed it, right? I think James
Like
watched
James.
last game.
Yeah, I watched last game.
I like half watched.
You have to. And Bambo has a tendency.
I saw the round where he
So,
chose who to check.
Blitz, what are you thinking with your honest face?
I think if cop gets a red, he should come out, and if medic
Yeah.
saves somebody, then you've already got 3 people that are completely safe, right?
This side, next time.
Does
Yeah.
that logic make sense?
What?
If the cop got a red,
Yeah, no, I got that with the second.
and then the medic saves somebody, and then the medic himself is there as well, then you
Huh?
So you're saying the medic should only come out if the cop got a red, but if the cop got a red, he should come out no matter what, even if we.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't even need
Yeah.
the medic for that. Like it's a good play no matter what if the cop. Comes
Correct.
Yeah, you don't need.
So
to
I'm like
I
there
don't
are two
think anyone's
scenarios.
debating that the cops should come out.
Cop either got a green or died.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely.
Like else. The
Pretty we should not be operating under the assumption the cop died though. It's
No, I
an
don't think
extremely
it's true.
low percentage.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think anyone gave off a huge cop vibe.
Yeah, we only lost one player out of 12.
And there was no one who like
Right.
there's no one who did what you did that one game where you're like, you know, I have like some information, blah blah blah, and then turn out to be the cop. So.
No, I wasn't a cop.
Oh no, that was the game when Owen
just
was
regular
acting.
time.
Owen was acting kind of a cop.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that was Owen's first game.
Yeah.
I think we should lynch Pimp. He's a bitch. Like the fact
You're
is,
playing like
he's
10.
playing. He's playing
Yeah,
different.
you're playing
Why-
like
why
10
do you
first
no,
games.
I'm not playing differently.
You're
This
definitely
round,
playing
I'm playing.
differently.
I agree with the first round. I'm not agreeing with this one.
I think you agreed very late to people's points, and normally you come forward very early with strong points.
Yeah, but that's only because your point was completely arbitrary, and this was not a strong point from you. You can't tell me with a straight face that your point. Well, yeah, it's a different face. It's a strong
He
point.
said it with a straight face to Twitch chat. That's
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 actually
pretty
worth a lot more. Now that I think about it. By Twitch chat.
And I think he agrees too much in general.
I was about to ask, why are you not going after me now? Let's
Mm.
change your mind.
I just don't. I really think that it's someone on that couch.
So
In
you're just
terms of
taking one
like
by one.
the way that you're playing is slightly differently, and the way that you started off the game and the way you defended yourself was suspicious. And I think getting rid of Bambo was an easy first play for most Mafia. I think it's like.
But the thing is as well though, you and me, did someone else have suspicion last day about Bambo? Because I know James and me said like Bambo is, you said as well,
I
he's
had
like
suspicion.
sitting back a little and shit, and then they kill him off first, Mafia did.
No, I didn't feel like Bambo was.
No, but I'm saying three people.
how is that a good mafia play to kill him off if we're suspicious
That's what I'm
about him
saying,
in his town?
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be next level.
I don't
We
know.
might have a really good
Script is trying to
I
say that
still
people
don't
are
think so.
suspicious of Sexy Bambo.
So why did they kill him off
wouldn't
when
have
they
been,
could hopefully
would,
get
are
him
less
lynched?
likely to be Mafia
The thing is,
because
when Bambo starts the game, he sits down and he just listens to everybody to start with, and then he gets involved when he can get some
Who was
information.
suspicious of him? Will said he was
Me and
suspicious.
James as well a bit.
You
I was
Because he was like sitting back, he wasn't as.
I mean, all the things
I couldn't
that,
read
that
him,
Blitz did read,
but-
like he's really good at reading people, and I would say he was on point. Like I would just be surprised if Bambo just didn't like fix those things in some way. But
And he also came out with it early as well. So.
Yeah.
And if you're not sure, then normally you'll wait until you feel like you have a good read on someone. So. What were Ben's reads yesterday? I feel it
Kill me. That was about it.
kill you. When we went around the circle, I don't even know if he gave them. I can't recall.
What do you think, Ben? No.
I think instead of concentrating on whether or not Bambo was suspicious, I think you should concentrate on who actually lived, because Sin probably got saved as well as targeted. So I think it's pretty convincing that he's a good guy. Because, or otherwise, if he were a Mafia, they would have killed him as well as someone else, and the doctor still would have chosen him. So I think it's clear that he's a good guy, and that's.
He will probably die this night.
But it's also like
Because you
it's
can't
also
save him
possible
now.
because that's
Yes,
the way
exactly.
a couple of rounds have been played in a row, and you don't want to do the same thing every time.
But you can't.
Generally, Bambo and I get targeted pretty early, so the mafia would make.
But they would
make
kill-
it fairly obvious if they go for me and Bambo first.
But they did, because one of you got saved. And
It's also possible they went for Cap and he saved himself, for example.
they
Or
would,
David.
why would they go for
They could also go for LD.
They
He also
would go,
gets
they're
killed.
obviously going to go for the strongest players.
Well,
It could-
LD has been playing a lot, and he's good. And he would probably save himself first.
But
I
he
think it's
wasn't.
a pretty big tell. If LD gets saved, this means one of the guys who were playing more games
How do we know he got
yesterday.
saved? I think he
We
got
got
saved.
Yeah, I don't know who got saved, but still, like if you save Syndrome, this is more like the obvious play for this day, or like for the last couple games. And LD was really strong when we actually started playing, so I think this is.
But
is something
his
that's
name
wrong.
didn't come up in the last day's discussions of who is the strongest player, who should save. Bambo
Yeah,
was
but
definitely.
LD got direct always first night by Mafia when we started. Like,
LD
in the
doesn't
first
get
part,
to be a good player.
where
He
you
doesn't
gained.
get to play.
I got day 0
First
Lynch
guys.
2 out of 4 times.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Or
like.
night 0 Lynch.
So the question is, do you think the Mafia and the townspeople would have saved him and killed him, or saved him and killed him? Because it's one
I
of
actually
the two
believe
options.
I actually believe it's Syndrome and the
I also
Mafia
think
is like I don't want to say not as experienced, but like from the second.
Well, you're
There's
also,
this-
if you're Mafia, you're also trying to be somewhat, like, not predictable. Like, sometimes
Yeah.
it's not, okay, so one, we can't always assume perfect play from the Mafia, because it could be unexpected.
Yeah, but you're assuming that both the Mafia and the town are unpredictable, because that means that both of them didn't kill Sin,
No,
which is
well,
very unlikely.
Well, I
Is
think
that-
the
there's
equally
also the
likely
idea-
play is that the medic is a weaker town player and just save
can
themselves
also
because
be-
that's a safe
Yeah, but
Why
that means
would
the
you
Mafia
kill
had
the
to
medic
kill him,
then?
which is impossible.
playing
Because
predictably
it is
also
possible,
gives
but
you-
so
Saving,
far-
very
saving
unlikely.
yourself as medic is not a weaker play.
No.
No, okay, so if you're Mafia, you don't know who the medic is. And
Unlikely.
there's a chance that the medic will save someone besides themselves. If they're going to do that, it's going to be a strong town.
Yeah.
Therefore, it's a little more likely that the save play is to save a strong town, whether they're the medic or whether the medic is someone else. Therefore, it's the higher percentage play to get a kill on the first night to not go for a strong player you think is decently likely to be safe.
But it
So-
didn't happen.
But this would mean that also the medic
Yeah,
has to
no.
apply the same logic. And that's, I don't know.
I think it's just like a natural thing to do as a medic. If you don't feel like you have a good read on someone, then just save yourself.
I think they say the strongest player.
Yeah.
I think it's. We've seen plenty of
The
games.
good news is if you save the
Look,
strongest player,
Hani
that's
self-saved himself a bunch.
Yeah, but Cap was doing the.
Mac did the same thing on
next level
Night
player.
Zero.
Okay, so why didn't the medic save Bambo when he played Incredible
Because they
Games?
think you're stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Bambo's also really scary Mafia.
And also, why would you say Bambo when he was getting targeted from a lot of people?
Oh yeah, it's possible that the medic just thought Bambo was...
Sin's never been in question.
I think Bambo's one of the harder to read players. I don't think you.
I have been in question for Mafia. There were 3 that thought I was suspicious. The 3 here.
Yeah.
Well, to me, you've been a little not on point, but you might just be tired. So
Thanks, David.
no.
But it's true. I said there had been a 9 and we started with 2.
I mean, it's far more likely that you got saved.
But then
and you
again,
got
I feel like
targeted
you're
than
more likely
anyone
to do that when
else.
you're
I would agree with that.
There's no one else that would possibly like. It's also possible that they both chose him and someone else saved him, but I think it's very unlikely.
I think the fact that
Let's have
both.
5
But
minutes
how do
of
we
discussion
know for
before
sure
we try to move on?
Syndrome is saved 100%?
Yeah, I think he's very likely. To
I mean,
be
it's
saved.
likely.
I mean, is Bambo?
Who else would be saved?
No,
There was
Yeah,
no-
who else would be saved? It's LD,
LD.
and who else? That's probably it.
Well,
Who's not playing
some
last
players
game?
are also more scary when they have like correct assumptions. So it's possible that the Mafia saw like didn't go after Syndrome because maybe they saw him kind of being you're pretty neutral.
Yes, but
like you didn't
Okay.
feel strongly about anybody.
I just thought of something as well. Didn't we last say that the police was gonna check James first, and he didn't come out now to kill a Mafia, so he only has 1 kill power? Doesn't that kind of make James more townsy as well?
What's that? One more
I'll
time?
be seeing you later.
Last day or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, if they had a red
we were
check,
discussing
they
like
would
who
have come
were
out.
medic were gonna save like a strong town.
Oh yeah, right. You said the cop
and the
checked James.
cop
He checked
would
James.
check
and
Well,
James
that's
was out.
assuming the
exactly.
cop agreed with that suggestion.
That's true.
It
but,
seemed
like,
like
And
everyone
the cop,
no one
did.
has
and
thought
the
of
cop
it.
didn't
The
die.
cop
Like,
didn't
there's a
go
really
back.
low chance that the cop died. but
Yeah,
the
there's
cop
a
could have
9% chance the
But
cop
still,
died. We
if
can't
we
play.
checked and James
Yeah,
said
no,
we
I-
would've
yeah,
said-
exactly. Because
yeah.
then they
I
only have
think
1
he-
kill power.
I think it is still most likely they probably checked him because I think they would have checked one of these two most likely.
I'm-
Maybe
I'm-
Pip.
I would even say.
I'm currently feeling pretty safe about Scriff and James because of the check.
Yeah, me too.
James
I
is-
also don't feel
course
that
you do.
safe about her right now, and you, half getting better with you, not sure about you, not sure about you, pretty safe over those 2.
Let's
But I still think that you are the
You
most
just word.
suspicious.
Okay, let's go.
Just because based on the original stuff, we had more.
Well, I don't know. And you're also getting backup a lot from LD
3
as
more
well,
minutes?
a little bit. So
Can
it makes
we-
me not
I'm not really that-
suspicious, but maybe no. I'm not sure.
I more didn't like the idea of glitching him at the beginning.
Can we let
It's all good.
Blitz go?
Can
I
we
mean,
play
Cap,
last
Cap,
Go on,
Cap,
Will.
Cap, I'm not sure about because he doesn't talk so much right now.
Uh,
I think we Lynch K-pop.
I think
for Yoda.
Will had something to say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not.
Thank you. So I think it's likely that Sind was safe because I think he is the strongest player
we agreed on that.
overall. I think that James is almost definitely down with us.
What medic would you think would save Sin?
Almost anybody though.
Almost
Fair
anybody.
enough.
Almost anybody would. They would save Sin over Bambo because of the attitude difference alone.
Quite.
Yeah, but okay.
Okay, go
Okay,
on.
What's your point?
Sorry.
Oh, I
Ah.
think that you two are cool.
Me and James.
Yeah. But with that, whoever's medic
James, don't overdo it.
should save you.
Suspicious.
Because if you're cleared of suspicion, then it would be pointless, right? To keep you in the game.
What?
If what? What's that?
It would
He's saying
be,
the medic should save James because he's clear of suspicion.
yeah.
So Mafia is
No, they're gonna target him, obviously, but I don't know who. to
Yeah, but the second
They
shot.
still have-
That's what I mean.
Because they
He's-
can't save
Because
Cinder
you
again,
can't-
so
if
they'll
you
target
can't
him.
shield the first
You
one.
can't
And the
save-
second
And
shot
there's
will go
still
to
two- there's
James,
still
we
two
can
kill
hopefully
power,
deflect
right?
that one.
There's also
Because
still two kill
he's
power.
screwed no matter what, right?
Sin, are you the cop?
No.
Because he's probably gonna die now.
Yeah.
So I have to.
There's
Unless
no
he
point
didn't
in
get
hiding
saved.
it.
There's a possibility he wasn't saved.
It's so unlikely that he.
Someone else got saved.
I think K-pop's arguments for the whole thing have not been that strong. I really felt that maybe a bit too gut feelingy, but I definitely think we should take him out. I'm also not sure about Cap because he's a lot quieter than he is.
I agree with that.
I think we execute someone we should.
One.
I agree with Cat being quieter.
Real quick, I want to get ahead of that real quickly before I get accused again for being suspicious. The reason that I've been louder in previous games
1 minute.
is because our previous games are all like really stupid play constantly. And I'm feeling, for the most part, we're always getting pretty smart plays out of everybody here. So I like what I'm hearing, and I just like to be able to follow the logic that people are throwing out there.
This sounds
So
like flattery.
before it was like the bandwagon play, right? Like, in my opinion, the bandwagon play was a terrible play. That's why I spoke up about it, because we're not getting any information about it. So that's why, like, I come forward there. Previous plays, we had really stupid shit that was going on in these Mafia games, and I was just like, what the fuck is happening,
Well, yeah,
right?
Ted ran like 15 incorrect lynches
Yeah,
for like the first 5 games.
If we don't have that much time, that's
Yeah.
Anyway, real quick.
Ted is my drunk younger deputy. You know what I mean?
I mean, I love playing
play last
with
game?
Ted.
Speaks loads.
Who didn't play last game?
He's the sheriff.
I didn't play this.
I didn't
Me
play
and
this.
LD,
Just me.
K-pop.
I did not play last game.
Okay, I would say those are the most likely Mafia people who would target Sin first. Personally, because if I was medic, I would not have saved Sin first round again. Because, like, for me, why would we just saw the Mafia target Sin first, and it got blocked by a medic. So the very obvious play would be medic would go for the save on Sin first. Like, we've already kind of established that from the last game. That feels like very predictable. So for me, like, if I was Mafia, I wouldn't target Sin first. I would target probably Sexy Bambo first, or I would probably target Pimp.
Yeah,
Actually, I would go for Blitz just because
when I play
like
Mafia, I
his
just like to
reasons.
get the guaranteed kills, basically.
Yeah.
And I feel like going for a strong player is a low percentage play. Because they're more likely to be a medic.
Yeah, I would still. Yeah, if I would still try and go for a strong player. Just I wouldn't go for Sin.
Yeah.
Right. They're better. There are good strong players elsewhere. And not go for the obvious predictable one.
Alright. Who do you think we should lynch? We're running out of time since.
So you think it's a subpar Mafia?
Who's
I think
most-
it's a Mafia who just
who's
didn't
most
see the
suspicious?
last game
Most
where I
suspicious
saved
out of
Sin.
anyone. If I had to make a blind call now,
What was
Yeah.
that shit going on between you?
Yeah, I
Does
was
anyone
so
second-
looking.
I'm trying to read his face. He's played a lot of games.
Is anyone second?
And he's been down 9 times in a row.
I mean,
He's
I
had one roll in out of those
Are you
numbers.
seriously
Gambler's
invoking
fallacy,
the
that's gambler's
gamblers?
fallacy.
No, I'm saying for me, his he could just be.
You
super
say
tired.
because he's acting
His
differently.
facial expression to me has been different from other games, and I also said that about K-pop though. So maybe I mean I could just be completely wrong.
You
once
could be
again,
right.
but
To be
My
fair-
sample size of K-pop is a lot smaller. I've seen Pimp play like 7 out of his 9 games. I think I've seen.
To be
or
fair, I'm
beaten.
trying to
I
play.
can't watch his face most of the game because I'm sitting
My last
here.
2 games I played
I can't
horribly
remember
because I was
what
playing a bit too accusation-y, and I got a lot of mislynches that I ended up losing this the game. So
You want to accuse me?
I think Pimp makes a lot of
Did-
sense.
Yeah.
But I don't think.
Is that
We have to take one, right?
Yeah, we
I think
can't,
it's
we
one of
shouldn't
them-
be.
one of
I
them
think
two.
the
We should not be
big place
sleeping
worked like
again.
the
That's
games
No,
we
no,
played
no,
before
we
when
can't
it
sleep
was
again.
down.
I'm done. I'm gonna accuse him.
Whoa, wait,
Alright.
can we do Pimp or Brian and then we go around
Well,
and
we've
see?
already had 3
Yeah,
people accusing.
I like
Pimp now.
Marlene's because
Pimp or
I-
K-pop, yeah.
I think we go around and
Okay,
see which one.
take your pick. Pimp or K-pop. We go for one.
Okay, you go first and go.
K-pop.
Okay.
Oh, am I? I
Yeah,
thought you.
Pimp or K-pop.
You, wanna
You have to
lynch.
pick one.
You want to lynch.
I mean,
Can I give reasoning with it?
Sure.
I think K-pop is playing the same way that he did the time we played. I was so certain that time. Like, have you played with him before?
Nah.
I was almost. The thing is, you can ask him. We got into this exact same argument.
And what
We-
was he?
He was down.
Mm.
I got into like this furious shouting match with him, and his arguments didn't make sense to me. And then it was like, okay.
Right.
So you think it's Pimp?
So
I
you're
don't
saying
think it's Pimp
Pimp?
either.
Oh,
though.
who did you say?
What do you say?
I said K-pop.
And you're
So-
saying
It's
Pimp?
1-1.
I don't think it's Pimp
Either.
either.
Okay, just
Okay.
just
Can I abstain?
Who do you
first,
think
no.
it is?
You can. I guess
No,
fair
no.
enough. If you really don't feel strongly about either, you could say
Yeah,
no.
no.
I abstain.
All
Well,
right,
shouldn't you say who you think it is then, instead of just neither? You have to pick someone.
It's
I mean, you
because
can't-
okay.
People should know where everyone stands.
So are we sure on the fact that we kill one of us?
I don't think
Not
this
yet.
should be.
No,
some-
we're hearing
We're
what
doing a
people
test
think.
here.
We're
to
sharp.
see.
Will,
Yeah,
so you
right.
said neither, so who then? You can't just say no one.
Yeah. I think Cap or Mac. I think that they're both being
So
unnaturally quiet.
draw between
Yeah,
those
that's
2
true.
for you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
either or.
Good.
I think K-pop, because I mean we can trust James, because the police ran a scan on him, right? So
That's true.
nobody came out with anything, so he should be.
But I just got a hunch, you know. It's not
Alright,
big,
I mean,
but
I'm worth a try.
Either that or he is the
I don't think
It is possible he's the cop, but when he made the initial call, we didn't have an
Pimp, what do you
idea.
say?
Uh,
If not Brian.
I mean, if he's the cop and he had a strong intuition, he would have checked one of them.
But if you have reasons for me,
And he's still going after the same people he went after last round.
That's a good point.
So,
And he's still saying he's like not sure about K-pop and Pimp. So it's like,
who would the cop rather check though, me or K-pop? What do you think?
You, obviously, because of the reasoning behind LD.
But if you're the cop, you would have checked K-pop or.
And you're still going after the same
And
player
if you
this
would have
round.
gotten me as
So
Mafia, you'd have won
you're
a
either
lot
vanilla
harder.
town or Mafia.
You'd have won a lot harder.
That is pretty.
Or you're a shit cop and you got a red check. You're not coming out
Jerry
with
is
it.
making the biggest Mafia plays right now, or I don't know.
Okay, Pimp. Do you
Brian
think
or
K-pop is
Brian?
suspicious? Else,
No.
who is more suspicious?
I don't think K-pop is that suspicious, just because of the reasoning that the cops should do a good job. What I don't like is Mac and Scriff. Like, the stuff Mac has so far said in this conversation about anyone has either been just repeating stuff or actually not getting any new points
Just
except
empty talk.
rephrasing.
Yeah, I just can't really figure something out
I,
right now.
I,
must
I understand
admit,
this because
I'm too
I'm in the same
tired.
boat. That's the reason why I play differently, because the whole game so far made very little sense.
Yeah.
Starting from James' random acquisition, like I said in the last round. That's why I can't get a read on Mac at all, and also that's why I think Cap is playing quote-unquote differently.
Actually, now that you mention it,
I have an
normally
example.
with Mac, like, she always has an opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's
Usually
I
wrong.
I don't,
I have
I don't,
no
I
idea,
can't read it.
and
That's why I
fucking
would say we kill
need to
her.
casually
But
fire.
that's just my.
Okay, keep it moving, keep it moving. I think that EGM is super safe because he's like it's kind of obvious through his speech who he's playing as, and the way he's been talking about himself has been pretty laid back and chill, which is not the way Jerry plays Mafia when he gets Mafia. I think
Well, he
James,
played Mafia last round though. He was just fucking.
but he got
killing
thrown out.
pizza.
But he got thrown out immediately. Yeah, he got killed.
Yes,
I
like the
mean,
pizza
that's just
boy.
my opinion that he's safe. James, I think, is relatively safe, even though he's been accusing me that. I mean, it's kind of hard to argue with the idea that we should probably have checked him first, and if low chance that the cop died, so probably checked him and he was okay. I agree wholeheartedly with the ideas about Mac. Every time I've seen her play or played with her, she's
Yeah,
usually
but-
very opinionated. She's got reasons why she's not opinionated, but it still doesn't change the fact that she's not opinionated. And to be fair, you have kind of had opinions without much to go on either, and you still just wanted to get your opinion
Yeah.
out there. And the other one I think is Ben, because Ben has been is doing the same thing Mac is. Only
Okay.
contributing when it goes towards accusing someone
Can I
and not
interrupt
really having
really
I
quickly?
haven't accused anyone.
Just one thing. Why are you pointing out that Jerry is safe when he hasn't been accused at all? You're basically
I was
handpicking
giving my safest people. I thought I was going to give my two safest to my two most.
Okay, so you're
sketchy.
saying Jerry safest.
Yes.
Who else was safest?
James, because of the,
James safest, and
yeah.
you were accusing
Pains
Mac
me to say
and
so, but-
Ben.
yes,
Was it?
Mac and Ben.
Okay.
LD.
I don't know. I still find the way Ben like had an aside to me quite strange because that's just I don't know. Maybe he's been playing that way or getting more comfortable, but that doesn't seem like a Ben Town thing. I feel like he normally just sit back and just kind of evaluate everything very quietly,
Do you have
rather than trying to influence the course of events on day zero.
Do you have any strong feeling about either of those two?
Not really. I don't think they've been great town. I think if they're around in the later rounds, they probably should get lynched. But I think at this point, they could. Brian gets flustered when people go after. Like we have shouty matches at the house in the kitchen, and
Yeah.
you know he doesn't always take it well when people come after him. So I think it could partially just be his personality. Pimp, I agree, was a little bit slow to get involved and did seem to be piggybacking a little more. Whereas I feel like normally he'll be like bringing his own logic to the table rather than just kind of agreeing with other people's logic. Not to say he never agrees with other people.
Who
But
did I piggyback on?
what?
Who did I piggyback on?
My logic. When I was saying why cops should check James and not Brian.
Yeah, because that's a good play.
Yeah,
Okay, then it's still logic.
that's fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
Pimp, why didn't you make the play first?
That's more what I'm
Did you
saying.
lose
is-
Should have gotten first blood.
Sorry, dude. I just can't always finish first.
I agree. I think Mac's been a little weird.
Great defense.
I'm kind of unsure with Ben because this is my first game actually playing with him, and it's like his third game in this group. I just found that one little thing strange, but if that's all I have, I don't think it's a good enough reason to really go after him.
Okay.
Duty hasn't said much, but I get a good vibe from him.
Okay, Ben?
I tried to steer the fact that you're safe. I think you're the safest of everyone because you're most likely to be killed as well as saved. And the fact that only one person died gives a lot of information that you're almost completely safe. So you're first on safe, and then he's like kind of safe, but I'm definitely sure about you, and then that's about it.
If
You
we,
guys
follow,
are-
if we follow the cop logic, there's 90% that James is safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're
So
like
we have to play under the assumption
you're
he's
almost
safe. That's
100%.
something
He's
that-
very.
Well, unless we have a rogue cop. I think there's like a 1 in 4 chance that the cop just did whatever. he wanted to.
No, I think.
I think it's
Sounds super
quite
unlikely.
low, Because nobody even was like, oh, I don't know about that. Everyone's like, yeah, okay.
It seems like we all think.
I think
Unless the
have
cop,
any, like-
unless the cop thinks we're all retards, in which case
But
they,
I think it's like
probably
high-
wouldn't want to
I
play
think
with
it's
us.
higher
anybody
than I
was,
think it's
like,
like
out
higher
of
than
the
80%.
circle.
I think it's like higher than 80%.
Yeah.
That is good.
Okay.
As I
James,
said.
do we already have your? No, we didn't have.
I don't trust LD
Why not?
and K-pop, just because of where you kind of want to direct the conversation on which people. Pimp, I'm still not too sure about. Even though you play a little bit differently, I'm still not happy to kind of jump on you. The other two people, I think Ben's playing very well. I still think Cap and Mac are slightly suspicious. I'm quite happy with Blitz, EGM, Scriff, and definitely Cinderin. But LD, yeah, I mean, my gut feeling is if I was to get rid of one, just based off, I think Ben's playing very well. As far as
What
I
has he
can
done
tell.
that makes you think he's playing very well?
I just don't.
He brought up the fact that Cinderin is safe, which was obvious to everyone.
Yeah, but it's like that's too obvious as a jump. I personally think that my gut feeling is LD K-pop and LD because I think that you were defending K-pop kind of like I think it's kind of just that's the way he is. And
Well, you did the same through Scriff of, oh, I know how he is because I live with him and he's more relaxed.
Face, though.
You use the
Have
exact
you
same
seen
logic.
these eyes?
The exact same logic.
No, but
He does seem way more relaxed than last game.
but
which was
the
his
thing
first
is,
one.
when you said it, you weren't that relaxed. So I'm quite happy with Script. I actually think if you're going to take someone out tonight, I think with
As long
K-pop
as I can take
maybe not being overly sure, I think maybe LD.
I think Gabe
What do you
should
guys
be
think
checked
of
by
LD?
the cop
What do you
if
think of
there's
LD?
cops, so-
I only don't
Do
like.
you want to
the
finish
fact-
this round first?
Yeah, we need
before
to-
we-
Yeah, go on.
We're getting kind of long.
I think James is safe going from my police logic, right?
Detective Script.
Not sure about Pimp still because he's playing very differently from last game. But he said, not sure about either Sind or Mac. I think Sind is safe though. Cap has been more quiet, so I'm suspicious. But like from Pimp and K-pop, I think Pimp is the more suspicious one, basically.
Do you agree with James that I'm suspicious as well?
Well,
Well, I want to hear from Scriff.
I don't think Ben is
I need
as
to
suspicious
visit
as James was like saying, but I think LD.
I'm quite happy getting rid of K-pop. Like
I'm
I'm
fine
just,
with
I think K-pop's a good choice.
I'm neutral about LD. I have no strong feelings one way or the other.
The last 5 people we've heard
Future
haven't
runner,
said
I think.
anything about K-pop apart from James.
Yeah.
Not even didn't even mention his name. I think.
I love him.
Yeah.
So it does not seem like
Fabulous.
unanimous.
People
decision.
personally go for that.
What'd you say?
Am I fabulous?
I just get like
You
a
are.
target.
Okay, Matt.
Okay, well, I just want to say quickly, like, the reason that I also been more quiet is I know I sometimes play badly, thus I want to keep it a little bit down and not make very opinion, because I really can't read people very hard this game, because everyone's been sort of like, a lot of people been quiet. I would suspect Cap because he's really quiet, but then again, that makes me suspect me as well. No, I mean, but like from I think K-pop is not like Mafia at all, and with Pip I can't tell, but I don't think, because he plays a lot like he used to play the first few games as down, and he was always like down, so I can't, honestly, like, I can't tell.
Okay. I mean, I would agree. I feel like you're out of everyone, the most suspicious for me right now. I feel like Brian has either done a really good job recovering and he still has Mafia, or he just took a defensive position like David said in the start that he got a little bit.
I always
Flustered was
I
your
always
word,
over
that's-
defend
yeah.
myself in the other previous
So-
games. That's always been.
So I'm not sure about K-pop. I'm not as negative about him so far. Pimp still hasn't convinced me at all. I feel like Cap has been taking a lot more of a defensive role than usual. I mean, would you disagree that you're playing different than
Good God, what do you expect me to do? I get fucking lynched by you people every time.
Has he been Mafia yet?
No.
No!
How many
You've
games have you-
always been wrong about me, you fucks.
I haven't misled you.
No, sure.
No, but okay, so was it
Yeah,
deliberate
finish
from you going into this game to change your strategy and be a little bit more laid back, regardless of which role you got, because you feel like you've been playing too aggressively in the last game and drawing too much attention to yourself? So was
No,
it like a clear choice?
I've gotten progressively quieter, not to draw less attention to myself. I have no problem drawing attention to myself. But again, I already explained that, which was we were doing stupider shit earlier. We're doing less stupid shit as time goes on. I don't think we're doing any real stupid shit at all in this
No
game.
phone.
So I feel like I don't have to like bring attention to many things.
Okay.
Right? I think everybody's making good points, and I feel like I only want to come forward when I either like agree with something and it's critical, or if I want to be able to add something.
That
Now,
doesn't-
I would like to Go ahead.
I don't feel like that sounds like Cap Town. I feel like he's a little more.
You know I'm a support
eager
player.
to figure out.
You know I'm
the
a
game.
support player, right?
Yes, but you're like an active support player in all the games I've seen you play.
Is he agreed?
And it wasn't always saying
You're
people
lying,
are
not
stupid.
Trian. That's what he's saying.
Okay. Did you finish, by the way? Because I would like to go back to me since, okay, I don't give a fuck because all of you are so fucking suspicious of me, so I might as well go out and throw out my suspicions. You started off this whole thing like 1 or 2, right? And like, I'm probably wrong about Pimp, but I really didn't feel the vibe there. I've never felt the vibe, and he's always been Town, but I could be wrong, and I think other people have brought up very solid points, and like K-pop, I think has been kind of exonerated, so my suspicions on K-pop, it was the first one that I put out because I had to choose between the two, I just naturally went K-pop. As far as suspicions go otherwise, this is gonna sound bandwagony as fuck, but I always want to take out Mac first, and I feel like there's a good example for us to take out Mac, like, just because people have brought up the same thing, which is, like, you're playing a lot quieter, you have good reasons for it, and I understand that, but...
We all know how hard I tried last game.
Does anyone feel pretty strongly that taking out Mac would be a mistake?
No.
Out of curiosity?
I feel like if we don't have any clear call.
I mean, last
And
game.
to add on, she also, like, Scriff and her both pointed at me, so did Cinderin, but we think Cinderen's safe. I feel
Was
like
Cinderin
that's a little
Mafia?
bit bandwagon-wise.
No.
I don't feel Scriff is, I think Scriff's Town.
I'm not even 100% sure if you're
Look.
Mafia, but you are quite, but then again, as I said, that's also like what's with me, so.
Most of the time, most of the people that have said you've been Mafia is because you've been quieter. But last game that you played, you got a lot of flack for saving yourself as a doctor, and I can understand why she's a lot quieter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she has good reasons for it.
Yeah.
My problem isn't that she's quiet. My problem is that the things she says are completely.
They're devoid of having an opinion.
It's nothing. It's like in school when your teacher says something and you just rephrase the whole thing. You
But that's
you
not
raise
true.
your hand.
Usually
and
it's
you
wrong,
say
Everyone
this
something.
time it's
voted
not.
you
That's-
two up. Everyone voted you two up, and the whole round we have gone. Almost nobody
but what
has
is-
talked about you, even though you were the first one to be pointed at.
See, what I don't like is when he brought that up, your response was, why aren't we talking about Pimp? Instead of explaining
that's
why
not
what
I
he's
mean,
saying
but
is
you
not
said you've
true.
been
2 more
rejecting
minutes,
it.
and then you're
Did anybody
going
else see
to
that?
nighttime.
No, what
Yeah,
I'm
that's what I
saying,
don't like. It's
what
like,
he said
I mean, did
is,
nobody else see that?
You've been changing, like keeps directing it to something else. You have no clear or like you
the
have
problem
nothing
is,
to
okay,
go on.
Am I
can tell you
crazy
why I do
here?
this.
Pimp brought up how she's been acting, and her response was, why aren't we talking about Pimp?
No,
Instead
that's
of
not what
explaining
he said.
how.
Listen, can you please listen? What I
Sure.
meant to say is, he said you're not like going on something. He keeps like changing and everything, but it's because what I find, what everyone has been doing that for me, like because I've been more observant this time, that a lot of people we've been accusing someone, and then we always like eventually are not sure. I have the feeling that in this game, a lot of people are unsure of who what is. Because everyone has accused someone else first. For example, first we started like we're gonna vote Pip and K-pop, but eventually nobody voted because nobody thought it was actually them. That's how I've been feeling
1
this
minute,
entire game.
and then
like
it's
I have no
nighttime.
idea who.
Didn't you
Alright,
vote for
we have a
Mac?
minute. Like,
I have
voted
no
for-
clear view.
Syndrome, why were you strong on Pimp at the get-go? Like, you know, earlier on, just like anything you still feel from what he's said?
I don't know. He seems a little more. What do you call it? If you're a little more like tense in your face, is that the saying? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I
He
feel
seems a little more
similar.
stressed
I'm not
out.
actually
He's a
sure
little less
about him.
active.
I actually like really concerned about LD because I
You're
think
more
he was
safe
kind of
about
buddying
Pimp.
up with K-pop
You're more
because he
safe
might
about
be
Pimp.
safe. And I'm with Pimp. I'm kind of like, you know.
I
definitely
just don't
playing
trust
differently.
people's reads because they always read me and say I'm suspicious and end up taking me out. And I feel like Pimp always gets that as well. So
Yeah,
personally, I don't trust
Pimp
him
has
for
been
anything.
mislynched like
same
every
thing.
game.
Yeah.
The same thing
I've
happened
been
last game.
mislynched a bunch too.
Like, okay, it nearly happened, right? Right from the get-go. I had to do that fucking 10-minute speech why you shouldn't kill me, and I'm willing to do that again, but Twitch is
Okay,
gonna hate
time is up. Everybody heads down. It is nighttime.
it. No, this is
We got
bullshit.
no,
You
no,
haven't
no,
killed
hold
someone.
up.
Hey, Lynch.
We are done discussing.
Oh, we
Now
are.
we can make
No,
a
you're
vote.
not gonna vote.
I'm quite
And we
vote
make one vote and it passes or fails.
Yes.
okay.
That's what we do.
Do I not
I
get
say
to
we
give
vote-
defense
we
then
vote Mac.
if they vote me? Oh, I thought you
Yeah,
voted.
you get
Dooney,
the
who do you
The,
want?
the vibe I got was that we are not really convinced enough about either of the two we mainly had accusations for. So I'm not convinced enough about them, and it seems like the vibe in general is more about taking out Mac.
I agree.
Okay.
I think
don't
we
know
should-
enough.
well,
let's
we
get-
let's
have,
same choice.
we have an accusation from
I
Aquatis. Do we
will-
have a second
I
for
will
that?
accuse.
All right, everybody
Okay.
heads down. Raise your hand if you want
Defend?
to.
She can defend.
Okay,
No.
sorry.
Okay, no, but yeah, as I said, I have
You don't have to
like
put your
not a
hand down.
big clue of who anything is, so I have said the whole time like I don't know, and I wanted to be calmer because I actually want to try and be more observant, learn more, be better as a town player and not an on value like I was last time, and I threw the game hard. I know this, and that's why I've been actually talking to myself like I am tired, but I really wanted to be quiet and actually look and like try to observe more, and I can't make a point like who it actually is. That's why I didn't go with anyone except for at the beginning James, and Capitalist was purely because he's been the most odd one out, but besides that, I don't know, and I honestly don't know, but I just try to be a better town.
So you would say that taking a way more passive approach and not really contributing anything apart from repeating what everyone else says is being a better town.
No,
She's
but
afraid
like,
to say wrong
because the thing
accusation.
was, when I was
But
playing,
then she's not. Then it's not a useful play. Like then we get nothing extra. So if it's a mislynch, it's a minor loss.
It's worse to
That's what
say
I'm saying.
something.
Are we
that's
allowed to?
wrong
Are we
than
allowed
say
to vote
nothing.
someone else if this one? If we decide?
Well,
not
we're
to?
running out.
Well,
I think
here's
we
the
should
thing
vote
is-
on. We're running out of time.
Yeah, exactly. We're running out of time, and this is because the discussion just keeps continuing. If we let her
Yeah,
defend,
I
and then you guys say,
I
"Oh,
think-
actually, her defense can,
I-
convince me," then we're just
For me, it's
continuing the
fine.
discussion. We really need to move.
Mag
the
just
ball.
needs to get last words in.
So,
Well,
are we voting on
Yes.
Aquatis?
you can
then?
have the last word if you want.
I don't want last words. I'm saying you should have last words.
Oh, well, yeah, well, as I said, I just try to be less, like, opinionated, because at the moment I don't have a good opinion, and I don't want to throw the game again for the town, so yeah.
Are we
Okay.
pushing to vote?
Yes.
Let's go.
Okay.
All right, everybody heads down. And on 3, raise your hand if you want to vote to lynch Aquatis. 3, 2, 1, raise your hands. That is the majority. Mac, you are dead.
Who didn't vote? Who voted? Yeah, no.
I voted no.
I didn't. I voted no. I found
It's
it very
Chris as well,
convincing.
right?
I voted yes.
I voted yes.
I voted no.
I voted
So
yes.
I voted no. You voted no. You voted no.
I voted yes. Okay, thanks. Let's go sleep.
I
Okay,
think
it
that's
is
Mafia.
nighttime. Everybody heads down. Excuse me. Mafia heads up. Who is your first victim? All right. Who is your second victim? All right. Mafia heads down. Cop head up. Who are you accusing? Cop head down. Medic head up. Who are you saving? All right. Medic head down. And everybody heads up. Cinderin is dead.
Only
Alright,
Cinder.
good.
Yeah,
Good
Mac
job.
was okay. So Mac
Good
was
job.
definitely because
Yeah.
like, no offense to Jess, when you do it that fast on the second vote, if there were 3 people, it would take them more time than shot 1, shot 2. Mac was Mafia.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
Syndrome was safe.
Or
Yeah. I agree.
or Medic got Syndrome got saved by Medic, and now saved James.
Yes, I think that's also possible.
That's also a possibility.
Regardless, it seems like James is it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think James is 100% up. Because otherwise, Cop would come out now and be like, James is Mafia, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it would have come out.
Or last
So who would the
30
cop
minutes.
I think
Can
LD.
we agree
I think
that I had the
LD
most
voting-
suspicion
I
behind
think
Mac?
LD
Wait
voting
a second.
no.
Wait a second, everyone. Sorry, I know I'm dead, but the screen is black right now for chat. So something production, you need to fix something.
No,
they
no,
can't
they,
see.
they went here because of spoilers, so that chat can play along. They went.
Oh, they changed the. They changed the.
Yeah, production
chat-
went to fish cam.
So the chat doesn't want to like
Oh.
actually
Ah.
see.
We're keeping chat out of
Chat
the loop.
asked for no
Okay.
spoilers. Chat
That's
asked us to
sick.
like cover the
Okay.
camera,
I do.
But
so
it's
that
still
they can
color.
play along.
I am changing
Because no
this.
delay. It's a slight
No
delay.
one take
It's
a
slight
read into
delay.
It was
this
like
because
30
clearly
seconds.
sitting on the
Okay.
ground is bad.
Lynch.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay.
I had nothing to do
Okay.
with production.
Now, okay, the first thing I want to say is that I was kind of accusatory towards Ben, but he was really quick. And we're pretty sure about McQuanis actually being Mafia, right? We're pretty sure about that.
Yeah.
I was accusatory to Ben, but he was really quick to be the second on Mac, which, I mean, that is kind of a Ben play. They're kind of like, if anyone is going to like throw his own Mafia under the bus, I kind of think it would be Ben, but I don't think that's a smart play, so I think Ben's pretty safe.
Also, who didn't vote for Mac? James, LD.
I voted for
Cap,
Mac.
LD
vote for
didn't
Mac.
vote.
I
me,
voted for
Cap,
Mac.
James, and wasn't there one more over here? I thought. No.
No,
I was the first one to accuse her.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you know, I say just lynch LD without even talking about it.
We never even discussed
I
that.
trust James though.
What do you think, LD?
I mean,
Why?
Just voting no on Mac, you know, trying to buddy
I
up
found
a
her
little bit.
very emotionally persuasive.
That's disgusting.
I found her pretty persuasive.
She sounded.
Why did you second her?
Honestly, she sounded
Why
like
did
she
you
felt
second her?
bad.
There's no better option.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
Honestly,
is
she
this-
sounded like she felt bad about the last game and was like embarrassed that she fucked it up.
Yeah, I was either like felt really bad for her,
I kinda
or I
felt
was
bad.
super impressed that she managed to pull out such an emotional appeal as a Mafia.
Yeah.
I was like, well, whatever, man. If you pulled off that emotional appeal, then you can
I have a
live
question.
as a Mafia. I don't give a
If you
fuck.
were to cop and you check James the first round, who would you check second round?
Me?
I don't think they would check you.
How many of you guys said me?
I think they would have checked.
I think they would have checked one of
yeah,
these
I
three.
think someone-
Tim maybe as well. 'Cause
And LD, K-pop.
I
So we've only lost
Or
2
even
people,
Mac.
so there's still pretty good chance the cop.
And Mafia only has kill power 1, it appears.
Yes.
Yeah.
So unless we have a badass medic.
If our medic is next level,
If there was a
I
We
mean,
might have
pretty much
a
still
we might have
fucked,
a
but
badass medic.
But they would have checked one of you three, I'm almost
Yeah.
certain, if they checked him last turn. So I think he's safe.
Relatively
then
certain.
One of you three are safe, but I don't know which. I can't really think of a reasonable explanation to check any of you four, or myself.
I mean, if a medic's got it, no.
I don't think.
EGM and Blitz have been pretty quiet. Not Blitz as much as EGM.
Well, Blitz was first on the McQuanis train,
yeah,
so I
that's
think
true.
if we're going under the assumption that McQuanis
And
is
no,
Mafia,
not Blitz
please,
as much
yes,
as EGM.
please go.
actually, sorry.
I keep trying to like,
Yeah,
Pip
yeah.
can
Go.
tell you that I've been
speak up.
good at it, yeah.
Sand, I can hear you. Quiet down.
I just want to yell at anybody. Isn't it, okay, so we always go for the weak people first, right?
No.
Normally?
We go for the most
not all.
suspicious.
No, I mean in terms of
There have been games where the town
Shit,
has.
watch out! Oh, the ceiling.
There have been games where the town has gone for what they perceive as weak town, because people when Amy started playing, she was super quiet all the time, which means if she's Mafia, she never says anything anyway when she's town, so you can't read her, and then she sticks around to the end of the game, and you have no basis on which to evaluate her because she never
It's
talks.
just the loss of the.
But it seems like people in general have kind of realized, like, there was a pattern of lynching quiet town, I guess, the past few games. I didn't play most of them. So in general, I guess the quiet people are talking a bit more, although, I mean, to be honest, Dooney's not said much this game. Scriff has said a little bit. But
How are we sure that there's still not 3 Mafia?
we're not.
We're not.
We're actually not sure.
Chances are poor that there's still 3 Mafia, but it is a chance if we have a good medic player or a lucky.
I think it's very easy for the medic to save Sin first round and James second round. I think that's. I don't
Why,
think
why
it's
are we
good,
certain that James is the target?
because he was the second most likely to be a town person.
Also,
the
because
cop would've
we
checked
thought the
out.
police checked him and the police didn't come out, so they would try to
So it's
kill
obvious that
James
he's gonna
as well.
die. He got checked
something
and
like
saved
that.
he
Because
got
Sin didn't die this round.
yeah.
But
He
they
got
all-
checked the first round. He got killed
That's
and
fair.
saved.
That's fair.
Then he got killed and saved. And he got killed. And then I want to see who got checked the second round. But I think it's one of
So,
you three.
do we really not want to golf? Like, we don't want to, because if we're basing a lot of this around Mac being Mafia,
Well, that's what I wonder. It depends on whether.
that gives us a lot of info, right? Because it's who accused
Yeah,
her and who
that's a
didn't.
lot of.
But we don't know.
I mean, the only thing I find a little strange is the way the game started was James immediately came out and said he didn't like the way Brian looked. He looked a little suspicious.
Yeah.
That was a conversation. During that conversation, Ben piggybacked. He also tried to take me aside and tell the same thing to me. And I feel like generally these two have been aligned from very early on in the game.
But he's
So,
a townsperson.
Yeah, James
So
is
does,
town.
does that mean
That
that's a
doesn't make a
townsperson?
lot of sense, LD.
I don't know.
I'm pretty
Get
sure
him.
James is town.
I think it's the best play just to take LD out.
So
why?
what I want to
Check a little
hear
more.
is
Why? I would.
He's trying to direct it, but he's just not convincing.
Do you agree?
I just don't believe him.
I mean, does anyone agree?
I
Cat, do
mean,
you
that's
agree?
the
I
whole
don't
point
not
of the game.
agree.
I just
I
don't.
do not agree with LD.
I mean, I
Once.
might. I sort of, okay, so it's kind of an LD play to, okay, so it kind
It's
of
an
makes
LD
sense that he
play.
would defend me in some ways because it kind of exonerates him a little bit at first if he's convinced that everyone else sleeps on town. And so it's like, as Mafia, it's really good to do that one play early that makes you look super town, to kind of shift focus away from you and then just kind of stay in the back for the rest and like say things, but like you did this one really towny move that kind of covers you for a couple rounds. And that's kind of what that might have been, but it's really hard. Like that's digging kind of deep.
Nah.
Other than that, I unfortunately haven't played a whole lot of Mafia with LD this week. Like we've been on different time schedules, so I don't know how he's been playing. I know he's been playing well, but beyond that, I don't really know. He's either dying or playing well. So
How
It's
are
hard
you
to
doing?
tell.
What do you think?
I'm still on the edge of getting killed, so I'm not doing that great. I still, the problem is, okay, so we have to take chances, right, as town, because otherwise we just lose by default.
Right.
So first of all, our first assumption is that James is actually town, right?
yes,
Yes.
So we should base a lot of stuff around the fact that James is town, Mac was Mafia.
How do you know that?
Well,
We don't know Mac was
But it's likely.
It's our only
relatively
chance,
likely.
pretty much. Hold on, we're.
I don't think so. Yeah.
So we assume it's 2 versus 7.
I mean, we're 9 people. If there's 3 Mafia left, we're gonna have one more round, and if we miss
If we miss Lynch and we kill
miss
2,
Lynch,
we're dead.
If there's 3, Miss Lynch is a loss. If there's 2,
Yeah.
Miss Lynch is not a loss.
Exactly. So
think,
I believe Mac was
I think suspicious, a little bit suspicious. I don't know if we still got the cop.
I have a feeling we.
I think the cop might have gone because I think the cop would have checked some of the.
I think the cop's still here. It's not Sin. I asked him if he was cop. He was almost certain that he's gonna die, and he's not an idiot, so he would have said something.
Yeah.
So I think that he is not the cop, and then the other person that died was Mac, and we think Mac was the Mafia. So I think the cop's still here.
I also believe that.
Bambo died though.
Bambo died.
Yeah,
Bambo
there
died.
is the possibility that Bambo is the cop, but it's
Yeah.
still pretty
But
unlikely.
I don't think it was Sin, and I don't think it was Mac. That was the cop.
What about medic?
I think Bambo could.
We're almost certain that there's a medic, right? Because night one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's possible that Mac was the medic and we killed her. It's also possible.
I think
that-
Sint could have been. Because then he would have, if he saved himself.
Actually, Sind lost a game not saving himself.
No, but Sint would have
No,
said
he would have
something
said
because he knows he's gonna die next
That's
round
true.
anyway.
That's
That's
true.
valuable information
He's
for
not the
only
medic.
the town and not for the
So it's either the medic
Yeah.
or the cop is still alive. Very likely. But
Yeah.
we don't know which one.
Yeah.
I just want people to agree with me, so I just want to kill LD. I think he's most suspicious. I think he chips in a little bit too much.
I think he's the most likely to be townsperson, so we should weigh his word.
I would
I
normally
actually
be
just want to side with
concerned.
him just because he's town, and this is a super rough call to make, but
I'll go with James.
You know he doesn't have an ulterior motive if he's town.
Yeah.
YOLO play. Get in on it, boys.
Fuck
Get
it.
in on
I'll
this
second
shit.
it. I
The
second it.
game is
No,
moving
no, no,
forward.
If the Lynch mob's after
Let's
me.
hear it.
Defense?
Defense.
go.
Me and Ben, come forward.
I'm town. I've been town all game. Haven't switched alliances.
You can change.
Apparently,
Mm.
because that's the only way it could be Mafia. I'm town.
We
I've
have
been
to
town
get
all
that.
game. I feel like in general, a couple of people are tired of this game, so their plays maybe been a bit off. I haven't played with Ben before. Maybe I read too much into his early play, or maybe he's just playing a really good Mafia. I still found it strange. I was not keen on Mac. Then I heard her defense. I felt like it was a very strong emotional appeal. It wasn't that one-sided of a vote going into it. At least I didn't look at it that way. There were a couple of people I saw reacting to the way that she was talking, and it looked like they were going to change their vote. So I think if you're Mafia there, you hammer to make sure you get the kill.
Just, I want to hurry you up. We've got other people to hang. But please continue.
In general, I think
Sad
Dooney's
if we
been
get
very
shot
quiet.
right
I don't think that makes him Mafia, but it just kind of sucks for town if he,
Yeah, go for it.
either
Jerry- the
way,
way
he's
Jerry-
not communicating more.
You don't think that matters?
And lean guys.
Maybe she was Mafia, though. We're assuming that she's Mafia.
So
So
that's
it's
not
not
on
voting
IMDb.
is worse.
I
I think it's good.
Yeah.
I agree. I second it.
Okay, we have a motion in a second.
No. Before we do any kind of voting, can we please get the Blitz is very much against this, and Blitz usually makes really good reads.
Wait, so we're going for LD right now?
Yes.
What is this based on? It was
He
because
didn't want to kill
vote-
Mac.
It's based on
That's
James
good,
wants
yeah.
to kill me, Ben's happy to piggyback, and everyone else just goes along with it. So.
He didn't want to kill
Yeah,
Mac.
he
I
might
think that's
be
pretty good
Mafia,
reason.
I don't know.
Blitz, who do you think it
What?
is? Who is
Might
a
be
better
Mac.
Then
target?
again, he also didn't want to kill Max, so
I actually think.
But he's town.
No.
that's the assumption.
He's more trustworthy.
I think he's just sweating under pressure. I think a lot of pressure for him. I think he'd be much calmer if he was town. I think he's. I don't think he's handling it very well, and I think he's my next prime suspect. Not sure about him. I think maybe he's not drawing attention to himself. It might be the cult or something.
Classic
Maybe
James.
Still not sure about you, but who knows? So I just say, let's kill somebody.
Blitz, can you please, if you don't think it's LD, can you at least make us some sort of call that?
It's like, if you don't think
look
it's
at
me, then
somebody
give a
else?
defense.
Okay,
Because I'm not doing a great
relax
job
for
of
a second.
defending myself.
Okay. Fuck, this game's so hard because I don't want any of my friends gone.
Okay, that is a terrible
Fred,
attitude.
just
If you
fucking
legit
win,
think I'm
dude.
Mafia, then you should
God.
kill me.
Then
think-
when you accused him, he kind of just, instead of defending, went, and then was like, James. And then when it came back to him again, I didn't think your argument was very good, but I thought that
I
was
never have
good.
good arguments.
Yeah, I know. That's the issue because when you first were like,
Yeah, then you have the good argument. What's your argument? Who do you think? What do you think of him? That's a good argument, thanks. I went you went there. I mean, what are we, like some sort of crime
Top
bureau?
level Mafia.
No, but-
we're gonna get our own TV show.
Anyway,
okay, so I thought that was a little bit off when you were just kind of like, And I think the being tired argument is always a guaranteed Mafia, right? It's that Ted's argument was, oh, I'm so tired, I just want to get this game over with.
The same thing happens with Mac. She's like, oh, I'm playing off because I'm a little bit tired. Jess said the same thing in her game. You know, I just like, I can't really play anymore. Like, I'm exhausted, right? When does that, you're still, if you're going to participate in this game, you're still going to be attentive enough to at least do the basic functions.
So that makes me more guilty.
You think that makes me Mafia?
Yeah, I think
I think so as
that
well.
part makes you more guilty.
So then do you think I'm Mafia?
That's a pretty good.
Will this
That's
affect our
definitely not true.
Will this affect
Thank you
our
for being
friendship?
great roll.
It's definitely
I mean,
not
you're
true.
wrong, and I'll be a little disappointed that you can't read me better, but I won't stop being friends.
See,
with
this
you.
is wait.
Guilt
He's
trip.
playing on personal.
No,
He's fucking Mafia. He's fucking Mafia. He's playing on personal feelings.
I don't think there's much of a.
That feels so. That
I have
feels
played
so
a terrible
dirty.
town game
Alright,
because
let's do this.
I am not fucking Mafia. God
Ready?
fucking damn it.
Alright.
Yeah,
we fucking
do it.
Wow.
Who,
What's
what
that?
was Lynch?
LD.
Alright, on 3, raise your hand to Lynch LD. 1, 2, 3, hands up, and everybody heads up. Yep, LD is dead.
Everybody voted?
Wow.
Everybody voted, so we get no information on this.
Oh wait,
Wait a second. Did we lose?
whoops.
We won't know. You gotta.
Oh, wait, you gotta kill people
There
first.
might be a still alive, and
The Mafia have to
say-
kill people. If one of them gets saved, then we're okay.
Yeah. It's still very much up for grabs, even if there
Let's
aren't
go,
enough.
let's go.
I probably did.
Are we heads down?
Are we doing
Jess,
this?
hello?
Yes. Hello.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I was looking for my pen. Okay. Mafia heads up. Who is your first victim? And who is your second victim? All right, Mafia heads down. Cop head up. Who are you accusing? Cop head down. Medic head up. Who are you saving? And medic head down. All right, everybody heads up. Pimp Muggle is dead.
Okay, so there's 2 Mafia or 1 Mafia left. Because I don't think the medic or whatever
I think
would have
there's-
saved
That would be
every single round.
I think
Like,
there's
that's-
only 2 Mafia,
Cops.
and I don't know if there's a cop.
I think the cop is
I
dead.
think the cop might be
I don't think the
one
cop's
of you two that's got wrong reads every single time.
I think the cop is dead.
I don't think.
At a
Mafia-
certain point, when we're this low down, just because you get wrong reads doesn't necessarily mean that you shouldn't come out.
Yeah,
You're gonna
exactly.
lynch
If
the
they
wrong
have
person,
said the
right?
wrong reads, they should
Wait.
come out, and then it's just like
But
a
if
few
the-
people that might be.
If the cop is dead, doesn't that make James like suspicious?
Depends on
Yes,
when
but I
you're
don't think
dead.
the
That would
cop's
have
dead.
had to been a night 1 kill on the
Yeah,
cop.
exactly.
So it's only a vampire.
Yeah, it's very
It's much more
unlikely.
likely that if the cop died, it was round 2 or 3.
But they would have said something. I'm pretty. Cause Sin wasn't cop, so that's round
So,
2.
so I think it's possible that Pimp was a check but died, so that could have been an unfortunate lack of information. Because I think Pimp was a good check.
I think he would have been checked the last round before that.
He might not have been. We'll see. But I think
Who?
I don't think that means the cop is dead.
I think the cop is alive, and we have very few Mafia. So I think if the cop is
Do
alive
you
and
think-
has any read on anyone that's not a positive or that's not a townsperson, then we should have him say something.
Do you think the medic is still alive?
I don't know. I think Mac died, and she was a Mafia. And then they killed James, but we can't.
Yeah, he like said
The Mafia was alive when.
Well, I guess barely.
I think we got 2 or 1 Mafia. I think we got 2.
Do we have a medic? I don't.
So who do we
It's
think
not-
was it Mafia, Mac or LD? Are we not convinced that LD was Mafia?
The thing is, I think if we took out LD and Mac and they were both Mafia, then we've only got 1. I think Mac could not have been Mafia because I wasn't like overly convinced, but I found her a little bit more suspicious on that couch. Definitely LD. I mean, it's you can smell it, right? It's disgusting. But and then either he's playing a really good game and he's Mafia and he's directing and analyzing and leading this very well. Either K-pop and my original thoughts were correct, and he is a Mafia, and LD was defending you.
Yes.
And
To be
either
fair,
that he was doing it for 2 reasons. One, it was like blah blah blah, but he was
Right.
also pointing at Pimp Munkle as well, who was clean and then got killed this round. Still not sure about Cat. Not actually too sure about EGM. Sure on Blitz, and I think if there's a cop, it's actually one of you two. But I actually think the cop's dead. So
Wait,
I can't read you because you're playing really good.
Who would have been the cop then? If you think the cop
Wait,
was dead.
one sec.
Sin,
Can I?
Bamboo,
I think Bambo. I think we would have got really unlucky.
Okay,
with Bambo.
if we have a medic, we assume that James is safe, right? Those are just like baseline assumptions. And then if the cop is still alive and has read at least one person, then odds are.
The odds are in our favor
Yeah.
if he comes out with a false read, because then you
Yeah,
have
then the game's just done.
You have James, who we're presuming is safe. I think we're fucked if he's
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
pulled
We're
something out
fucked.
here. You've got the cop and you've got the false read. Those are 3 guaranteed towns. You have a very good shot at winning
And
the
then
game from
medic.
there. And then the medic.
What if Pimp was
Yeah.
the cop?
I think we're like that's the thing. Like Pimp could have been the check last night and he died, which is 0.
I think he would have come out if he was the cop
Why?
earlier.
He would.
Because
Like
he
earlier,
was-
he
he
said he
would've
would have been
checked
checked.
the,
The
he
turn
would have
before
checked.
that.
We don't know that.
Yeah, he would have checked
I-
James.
There are a lot of people to check. There are a
Yes,
lot of
I
people to
think
check
he
that
would have
second
checked
turn.
James, and also I think
Yes,
he
the
would have
turn
come
one
out
check
with
of James.
reads.
The turn one check. The turn one check of James
yeah.
makes complete sense.
Yes.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
second turn check was a bit more open because Cap was suspicious, Pimp was
Yeah.
suspicious, Ben was suspicious,
But what
I
I'm-
was
Andy
suspicious.
as well.
Like, there's a lot of
But what
crazy
I'm saying
things.
is, if Pimbunkle was the cop and got knocked out now, I think he would have come out last round.
Why?
Because people were accusing him earlier and shit as well. And we said,
Well, we actually,
if
they were accusing him, but we never even came
No,
close
we
to
never,
lynching
we
him.
never came close to lynching him.
didn't he do defense?
No, he didn't do the
Okay,
defense.
yeah,
No.
K-pop did defense.
Like the very close, it was
At the very
suspicion,
beginning, yeah.
K-pop or Pimp,
Yeah,
and that's the most it ever came
Okay,
down
yeah,
to.
yeah.
And
Which is-
if you don't have to come out with a comp, you shouldn't,
Right. I don't think so either.
unless you think you're gonna get capped.
EGM, who don't you?
There's
What
been
do you
bad
think
slash
of these
unfortunate
turn of
outcomes.
events in this strange town of ours?
It's like the only thing I got right now is that if Bambo died first and you are a Mafia, we're getting destroyed.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm not quite sure.
Like,
which one.
I'm almost certain that James is town. Like I'm like 99 at this point.
Yeah, well, it's only.
It would just
will
be bad
a
luck.
sick play.
I'm willing to bet that James is town.
I think we have to.
Because if he's
I think we have to
Mafia,
go along
I
with
just
that.
I just want to give the game to him.
Yeah.
He played it brilliantly.
That's
like,
true, that's
And we also
same
would have
with
gotten really bad luck.
So I'm
with
just
Bambo
like,
going
I'm
out
just
first.
like-
He
I don't know if he
would've been
necessarily
caught.
played it brilliantly. He
So-
played. He
well,
was so
whatever.
suspicious that he checked.
Yeah, exactly,
that he
like-
got checked immediately.
whatever, he played it.
And he was
retardedly
exonerated so he can play
brilliantly, or
free.
Whatever you want to call it. But yeah.
But Ben, what do you think?
I think the cop doesn't have a read on a Mafia.
Yeah, but he can still come out if he had like false reads on people, because then he
Yeah,
can
but-
say like he's not.
Well, what he
Unless
probably
people are
checked.
dead.
And then it's
Unless
What-
those,
what if it was-
unless
Yeah,
the
that's
people are
true.
dead.
Yeah,
what if
exactly.
what if it was Pimp? If Pimp said that he would have checked him and then checked someone else, and then he could have checked someone else, but we don't know the third. one.
Exactly, yeah.
And then he only got one positive read, which isn't enough.
But what I'm saying is, if the cop is still alive, no. It's
We're
not worth
presuming
coming
without.
out.
We're going without
Who
cop.
voted? Everyone pretty much voted yes on
Yes.
LD, right?
Yeah.
Literally everyone.
Unanimous decision. And who didn't think it was like originally when we were voting? A lot of people were like, nah.
I was pretty hard against it.
The only
No,
reason
not against. I was for like lynching LD because I thought his cover up for me earlier was a cover up.
I was against lynching LD, not because of any of my own reads, just because Blitz seemed to disagree with it, and I feel like Blitz is pretty good at reading people. But then he said that he was for it, so that convinced me to vote.
Oh.
Yeah, I went with the Blitz read.
To be fair, man. See, I don't want to lynch anybody, and it kind of upsets me that.
No, you have.
I'm surprised Cap's still in the game, to be honest. Why do you think you're still in the game?
Honestly, luck. I don't fucking know.
I think
I have
Teddy-
no idea why I haven't been lynched yet,
Mm.
because
That's
I've been
a
lynched.
fucking good point.
I've
I
been
said you
lynched.
lynched him.
I lynched all the previous 3 times.
Keep.
That's it.
I was actually gonna say that.
I've never made it past round 3.
I know.
So, very good chance that.
I mean, maybe the
Like,
medic's
I-
been-
Have
do
you
want
always
the
been
medic's-
clownish?
Are you-
If I was Mafia, I would set me, like, I would leave me alone because naturally I think I would be lynched.
You haven't been that helpful though this game,
That's
have
the
you?
thing.
Talking
But to be honest, neither has Ben has been like not helpful either.
I say we take down Cap.
This is scary.
Are you just coin flipping it in your head?
It's like,
Yeah.
Yep.
we're
I
plus
think
up,
James
trusting
just gets, I
for
think James
everything.
just gets off on like going off for someone and having people agree with him. So like, I don't know if it's
Hey, likes
necessarily-
power.
He's got to change his shorts
So,
after this
like,
one.
the thing is, the fact that he's still alive, right, means that, I mean, I just can't figure that out, because at the end of the day, it's like, he's a little bit quieter, a lot of talk going on. I saw him, like, his general direction, I think he was looking at LD more than other people in situations where LD was defending himself. I think LD did probably jump on you at the get-go just to kind of defend somebody, to be like, I need a teammate or maybe something. Not too sure about EGM. He's either playing really, really good, because I seem to trust you a lot, but it's because you said I was the best host in Dota. Say it again.
I said I wanted him to work TI. Okay.
Yeah, see. It kind of means like that.
Oh my god.
So
I fluff your ego too. I'm actually Mafia.
yeah.
Shit.
See, that I mean, like, he's just playing too good. I want him to win. If he's like Mafia, I just want to take you the fuck out, right? Like right now. I just think we should YOLO do it.
Why?
Because he shouldn't have made it this far, and unless the medic's been saving him.
Why?
Okay, so
The medic would not say
he
cap.
doesn't
I think
offer
that's a bad
anything.
play.
He hasn't really made that many accusations.
Yeah, I just think he has to play like a little bit quieter, and I don't think he should have got this far. I think the Mafia would have wanted to take him out. And he hasn't been. He hasn't been investigating.
Well, we've got two different arguments here. One, that I haven't provided anything, and two, that the Mafia should have taken me out.
They should have taken.
Right?
Yeah, but the
That
thing is,
doesn't
they
make
should have
sense
taken you out
because
because if you were a townsperson, you would be looking for information, and you haven't been looking for information. You haven't been looking for much, and I just think that that's suspicious. Does anyone else think that's suspicious?
No.
Why would, if I'm not playing well as townsperson, the Mafia would want to leave me alone because I'm not
I
playing
agree.
well. Because then I wouldn't get them.
But I don't think
That's
you're.
a really bad argument.
Cap, you're 6K MMR. Don't
Oh
off
my
it.
God.
I don't think you're capable of not playing well.
Oh god.
I think we take him out.
Why? So, do you have anything for Ben other than he's just fluffed your ego?
Yeah.
Because I think Ben's playing really suspiciously as well. Like I think I like trusting your opinion because you're so exonerated. We know you don't have an ulterior motive, right? We know your accusation is at least not coming from a Mafia point of view, and so that's beneficial. But beyond that, I don't know if I feel pretty strongly that Ben is playing pretty Mafia-ish as well.
I don't think so.
Why? What have you done to make?
I gave a lot of information that Sin. You guys were concentrating on all the wrong things. I'm trying to figure out who the good guys are. So that first round, I wanted to check that Sin was good. I asked him if he was a cop because he was certainly going to die.
Right.
So I want to see who the cop is. I'm still not sure who the cop is. It's probably Bambo or Pimp, but I don't think that the cop has ever had a negative read. As in, I don't think any of the cops.
He's got the Mafia.
But I also think that means it's more likely that one of you four. I think you four are less likely to be checked by the cop than Brian. So I have.
I think Brian's fine.
I have, yeah, I'm slightly more suspicious of you four than him, but other than that, I don't really have. He's definitely like.
In the same way, though, that I think LD covered me up as a cover, I think now I'm going back on my original saying that you seconded on McQuanis. I think you seconded McQuanis really fast because everyone seemed to be in agreement.
I just say
Right.
we take out Cap. Just do
And
it. Just fucking stop talking. That's
Oh my
like,
god.
It's fucking boring, right?
Now I'm
No.
concerned we voted wrong on
No.
LD because I jumped on
We've
that
had
fucking
a
bandwagon.
conversation for so long that literally, right, like the people in our town are going hungry. We need meat. Okay? Let's kill
So we're
Cap.
resorting to cannibalism.
Okay.
Alright, let's kill Cap and see what happens with the votes.
Oh my. Why do you think Blitz on EGM? Okay.
I think Blitz is legit fine. I think EGM is suspicious because I think Pimp Muckle, like Blitz is too, EGM's too lazy that if he was going to point to somebody, he'd be like, oh, this guy. Right? But I actually think the way he entered the game was pretty legit. But I'm not too sure on him. I'm actually kind of okay with Brian in these situations. I actually think Ben's not doesn't defend himself like he's playing very well, so I don't kind of want to remove him because if he wins, I don't feel bad. I just want to kill Cap because he got 6K MMR.
One crazy
What about me?
anecdote.
You haven't said anything about me
exactly.
this
You
whole
keep
time.
on going.
I just
Don't
trust
look at
you.
script.
What?
How have we all
What?
like?
I don't know.
This
Just
this is how Script plays
like
town.
the way
Script
you,
plays town
no,
Mafia
the way you
differently,
spoke
and he's
this
playing
time
like town.
compared to last time when you were Mafia under pressure, the way you spoke this time, you were so much
There's
just
also-
like, hey, you know, I'm not, and yeah.
Another thing for me right now, though, that seems a little crazy, but I'm gonna say it. Like I think Jerry is really not Mafia because of his comments
I'm
earlier.
gonna go with you on this one. For
And
a
so,
moment,
but the reason Jerry having not died is actually a big cue that Blitz might be Mafia because there's no way he would ever vote for Jerry dying. Because we talked about this before. More so than winning the game, Blitz wants his best friends to not get fucked and not enjoy the game.
He's been saying that.
So I think the fact that Jerry's alive actually speaks to the fact that Blitz might be Mafia.
Nah, I think the Mafia wouldn't target Jerry, and I don't think Blitz is Mafia.
I agree. He was the first person to call out Mac, and Sin also came to the separate conclusion that Mac was a little.
Well, I mean, it's possible that Mac was town and LD was Mafia.
Yes, but we know that.
And we had a good medic
We know
for
that
it.
Sin was a townsperson, and he came up with the conclusion that Mac
I
was.
still don't like Cap's argument. I say we take him out. I just say we just fucking
What
yell
part of
at
my
him.
argument don't you like?
Not just the way you say it. It's just like powers.
I literally explained everything. Why I'm being quieter of this game than previous games. I've already brought out certain points, but most part, yeah, I have been a lot quieter because we're not doing as much stupid shit.
Yeah. Well, we should start doing some
Yeah, but
stupid shit.
Except for the fact that somehow, like, I thought LG was it because Blitz played me that way, but then
the thing is, I think
you're
you have strong
script, you're throwing it on
I
me.
think you have
don't
strong
know.
opinions, Cap. And this game, the entire
I
game,
agree
you haven't
with
really had any strong
Oh
opinions.
God, I'm so fucking suspicious.
No.
How?
He's not being that good. He's
Literally,
being
I play the
more
same
quirky.
way for like 5 games, and I've always lynched the first 1, 2, 3, and now.
And this time you haven't.
And
this time you actually are Mafia.
Oh God.
If we kill him and we don't win, I think we kill James.
James is so clear though.
I don't think we kill James.
Anyway, let's
I think
just
we
go.
already.
We have to play.
As much as I hate it,
the cop checked him and shit. We have to play on the assumption that Bamboo wasn't
Let's
cop,
do it.
and the cop checked him first round and didn't come out. We have to play.
Let's just kill him.
That's the highest percentage play.
James is pretty suspicious.
James is not suspicious.
Why Cap? No one else really chose Cap.
He's just being a bad town. He's not suspicious. He's just playing bad.
Let's kill him.
Fuck Cap.
Okay, so that's 2 people that have
I think.
thrown accusations against Capitalist. Do you have a defense?
I think Merlini. Okay, whatever. Fuck it. Do the same play I always do. I'm gonna be fucking lynched, so I would at least share my opinion. I would say, like, if I was Mafia here, I would side on defending me, just to help clear your name when the game doesn't, because he knows the game's not gonna end next turn, right? Because he knows that I'm not Mafia. So in that case, he wants to be able to, unless there's 2 Mafia. I actually think there's 1. Does that not make sense, right? He knows that's presuming
He's
there's
saying
1
they're
Mafia.
going to go for the exoneration play.
He's going to go for the, I don't think he was Mafia, and then when the game doesn't end, you look better by exoneration, right? The fact that I basically die kind of clears my name, unless there's 2 Mafia, right? I personally think there's 1.
So who
Cap was also one of the first people that went after Mac before there was actually consensus to go after Mac as well.
He was the first.
I was the first.
He went
Blitz was the first.
One of the first.
Yes.
And
I
he
wanted to
didn't-
speed up the
he didn't
round,
back on
and when it came down to the, like,
fucking
it was just like, real quick, let's just get a
I think you just lost.
pimp or K-pop.
You just got tripped over by the emotional appeal. But I think you like that. And that's the exact opposite of what a mafia would do. I think, like the mafia would go into the bandwagon after everyone is gone for her, but not have started the bandwagon.
I'll trust you, James.
Yeah, let's do it. You trust me?
I'll kill him.
Yo, Blitz, you win.
Oh my god.
You
did it!
GM, you in?
Why are you so happy about this?
Because I always get lynched falsely. Eventually, this won't happen. Either that or I'll have an amazing mafia play where
I
I'll
really
be able to
don't think
make them
that's
feel,
Mafia.
motherfuckers, you
Honestly,
must be false
honestly,
8 times, and
I
it'll
think
be
it's Blitz.
perfect.
Sounds like you
Let's kill
guys
him.
still want to vote.
Yeah, we're
Kill
gonna
Capitalist. All right, heads down.
Everybody.
3, 2, 1, vote, and heads up. 3 people voted out of what 7? So no.
Out of 3, like it's even.
4
3 no,
voted.
3 yes.
Well,
So he's alive.
Is it majority or is it tie?
Has to be majority.
Because my
That's
opinion
the
doesn't
a
count.
tie goes to the
No matter
Lynchy.
what.
Ty goes to the Lynchy, so he does not get.
He does not die. Yeah.
Because there were 3. Well, so his vote doesn't count. So 3
So-
voted against, 3 voted for. So tie.
It's a tie and no one
All
dies.
right.
Oh.
Austin
It-
lives.
I really
It
think
was
it's Blitz.
expected that Blitz wouldn't vote for me. Who else didn't vote for me?
I didn't.
Me or
I
Jim?
didn't vote for you.
Yeah.
Why didn't you vote for me? But you
I
were
wanted
the
to see-
final push vote.
I wanted to see
You wanted to
who
see the
voted.
vote, right? Okay.
And I knew these 2 were going to.
I did.
He did.
The best evidence I have is that Blitz has not killed EGM. Like that's such a Blitz thing to do if he's Mafia.
I mean, he did vote for me. Like I still
I
don't
think Blitz
like
is
this
super
whole like
Mafia.
Scriff just gets a bye because
I agree.
because
He's
James
playing Super Town. He is playing Super Town. He is playing stereotypical Scriff Town.
But what worries me is that
we've
James
only
has
seen
never.
1 game from him,
Yeah.
which was a town game.
Aren't we meant to?
No, I was-
I've played
Oh,
a lot.
you're right.
I've been playing with Scriff a lot more than you.
Oh, you have? Okay, so I only saw the 1 game.
No, I just played. Or what
I played with you like 2 days ago or yesterday.
Why'd you want to
that
kill
was
him?
Bottom.
No, he's only
I
played 1 game.
The first
Because
game.
if we kill him,
Was
we
I,
kill
I think I was
James
in that
also.
game now.
Because I'm
But you were
more
Mafia?
Why don't we kill him?
No, you weren't in the game.
Your last
I
game
played
was the
with
only
you. I
game,
Yes,
right?
yes, and I was
I have
Mafia.
And he
played
was
with you.
Mafia. You don't know what town play looks like for him.
I haven't played Town, no. I played
So-
1 game.
so
you
why
weren't
is-
I
there.
kill him,
Okay.
I was Mafia.
Why did Scriff get a
Well, then,
bye?
yeah,
Because
well,
the
fuck
only
it.
save for
Let's go,
Scriff
Brian.
is
Oh
that
my-
James.
You guys are so ridiculous.
Oh
So
my god.
If the vote to lynch doesn't pass, do you guys have to lynch them in this round, or does it go just straight to?
No, no, we
No,
can't.
You can vote until you say it's.
I just can't get
There
lynched
is no
again.
way.
I vote we kill Brian.
There's no way.
I think that's. I think that's dumb.
Oh my God, James!
You said
I can't go along
I don't
with
trust
you
him
at
from the
all.
get-go. Maybe he's playing really good and he's winning us
All right,
back, but you
can
know,
we
why
ignore
not?
James and Ben, actually? Can I get the opinion of you three on Scriff? Because I feel like it's only James who defended him.
Yeah, maybe.
You made the defense,
No one has
but we
accused
thought it
him.
wasn't a
Apparently
fair
that was
one,
bad defense, but I
so...
still think he's playing town. He as like a stereotypical, as
Okay.
like a human would play town, not
Blitz.
necessarily a script playing town, but how a person would play town.
Good job. Oh, I got him. Nice.
I mean, my read on Script was good. It was kind of similar to my read on K-pop being bad. You know, it's just tinfoil.
The thing is though, every time you've talked about someone, like even EGM and Blitz, who you think are fine, and then you go around and then you skip me. And why is that?
I don't know, you're like a pet. The town dog.
Oh my God!
Wrecked.
No, but
Why
like,
did you
no,
put
but
on your master?
it's just like from him. I'm just like I read him so easily being Mafia last time. He literally just picked up his card, and this time I was just like, I think he's town.
You know, I legitimately think that Mac might have not been Mafia, and we just had to get Mac play.
So you're saying
And-
there's two Mafia?
Yeah, LD was one of the Mafia, and that Blitz is totally fucking Mafia.
Why do you believe that?
Because Jerry's not dead. Like, that's actually huge, considering how many people's been around, how often Jerry has been knocked out because he is typically weak town.
Wait.
And
If
then-
you think he's Mafia and there's two, who do you think's the other one?
Cap or you? I really think you're Mafia as well, but I think I've listed going for you.
What did you vote on, LD?
On me, Ellie.
Yeah.
Everyone voted yes.
Everyone did you vote on Mac?
Yes as well.
He didn't vote for Cap. You didn't vote for Cap.
I did not
Voted
vote
for
for
Cap as well.
I know you voted.
Where's Logan?
I think
said
Cap's
you
kind of
voted.
suspicious. I think you're more suspicious.
And
I
he's
don't
more
think Cap.
suspicious than both
I
of
don't.
us?
Yes.
Does it start at 5 or 6?
Because like the one thing that Blitz would never do as Mafia is vote for EGM to die.
It's also,
6 yesterday.
didn't we think Marlene was gonna vote on Cap?
Yeah, I wanted to see the vote.
And then you just wanted to see the vote and you
Yeah,
voted no.
these two didn't vote
Yeah,
for
yeah,
it.
exactly.
And EGM said he
Yeah,
just
but that
voted
speaks
for
for
whatever.
you.
It also could be
You and
vice
him being
versa.
Mafia.
Jerry could be fucking Mafia, not wanting to
Probably,
knock
yeah,
out
I didn't
Blitz.
vote
Who
either.
knows?
Us three didn't vote.
Jerry seems to be very.
I don't think I would start the vote too. But
I'm pretty convinced about Jerry being
Yeah,
town.
I'm pretty convinced about him being town.
No, James is
And
100%
him.
town. James is 100% town.
I think it's in between one of you two. I think one of you two are bad, but I don't know for sure. And I don't know if there's one or two left. But I think I feel strongly for him.
You think both Medic and Copper are?
I think at least one of them's out. I don't know.
We're actually okay. So we know for a fact one Mafia's out. We know for a fact a Mafia's
I
out.
voted no, he voted no, and he voted
Why
no.
did you change your mind last time?
Because I wanted to see who voted.
And what did that tell you about other people?
It tells me that he doesn't know what he's doing, and these two didn't vote for him. He didn't really strongly want to vote for him in the first place.
We might actually be in a position where we could like not lynch Jerry and be okay. Because think about it. We know there's not 3 Mafia. We know there's at most 2 Mafia. Okay? We're at a 5-2 setup.
Okay.
So not lynching someone still leaves it at 4-2, and then we get some more information from the night. If we still have rolls, they can get information. If we miss lynch, which is a pretty good chance, it's a 5 and 7 chance that we miss lynch.
What if they just kill EGM or something, or James, who we think is completely safe? Then we're worse off.
But then we get some information about who would kill James. Or if we have rolls. If we have rolls in the night, they can check. Like we might still have a doctor.
I don't think we have.
I don't think we have any rolls left, purely because at this point
I
in
definitely
time,
think
it
we
would
have
be
a
good to
roll
come
left.
out with a roll.
I think we have a roll left. At least one, either the medic or the doctor.
Personally, I think it would be good to
Medic
come out
or
with
the
a roll
doctor.
and the information.
Yeah, I think we probably have the medic left, but he doesn't have any
The cop or the doctor. The cop or the doctor.
The cop has to be dead.
So
The cop-
does-
I think the cop is
At
dead.
this point, does anybody have an accusation against this?
I want to kill Brian.
I think we should wait.
All right, then let's go ahead and go to nighttime.
Well, we have to vote on that time.
I think waiting sucks because he's going to die, or one person that we're.
But we
pretty
can.
convinced-
If we do have rolls, they can get info.
But I think they would have. The medic hasn't had any useful information. The cop doesn't have any useful information.
I mean, the medic should just have James.
If he can, though.
Was
Yeah.
information worth more than maybe killing Cap? That's the thing I want to
We have a really high chance of lynching a townsperson, and when we're up 5-2, lynching a townsperson is super bad.
I still think it'd be 3-2 afterwards. I mean, next round. I
It
think-
won't be 3-2. The worst it could be is 4-2.
I think if
Because Mafia can only kill 1 in the night,
Yeah.
and the medic might even be able to
I'll
save
die.
someone.
But if he dies next turn, then we gain nothing, except that there might not be.
Unless
a medic.
unless the cop's still alive.
But I think the cop still alive would have.
I think
The
cop,
cop
I think
is
we have a
dead.
better chance of the cop being alive than lynching a Mafia tonight.
I'm pretty sure the
Today.
cop is dead and the medic is alive.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
so.
I think the
And
cops
then
did.
if we're
Cops is
measuring-
at this
I-
point.
Otherwise, he would
It's
come
pretty
out.
high chance
I
that he
think
saves someone.
because he checked James turn 1, he might have checked someone bad round 2, and then he might have checked Pimp turn 3, and Pimp died, and then he has no info. There's no reason to come out until you have a Mafia member.
Wait, who
who
did you
got
check
it.
turn 2?
I don't know. It's somebody because there's a lot of people to check turn 2. A lot of people were suspicious. Turns out he could have checked me. He could have checked.
Yeah,
LD,
but he would have said
he coulda
something
checked.
because we're trying to kill you.
Unless I'm good. Well, no, he wouldn't have come out and said I was doctor if I was good. Like he would have waited until I was about to die. I never went through like voting procedures.
You want to vote for Brian?
I mean,
No, not so much.
if I am Mafia, I'm playing very, very bad Mafia right now.
I don't
No,
know.
I think delaying is good for you because you just get one free kill.
Not necessarily, because the chances are that you're going to miss Lynch town.
I think you two could be collaborating.
Me and Cap?
Yeah, I mean, you voted no because you're like, I wanted to see, who voted for it.
I had that
I'll
feeling
kill him
as well.
if you want. I just think it's one of them two, and I wanted to see if he was suspicious.
There's like
He
an
didn't
80%
vote,
chance,
so-
just on raw stats, that we kill a
You
townsperson.
didn't vote on what?
He didn't vote on.
I did not vote on Cap. I voted for LD. I voted on Mac.
I mean, like, I'm just bloodthirsty. I said we kill him.
Who?
This guy.
I said we kill him.
That guy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Either he's like next up in play and they're working together, or it
I mean,
could
I'm
be
either
him
going for a
and him.
hyper exoneration play.
Blitz,
or
what's your read on K-pop? Because I trust Marlini because he didn't vote for me, and if he voted for me, would have knocked him out. They would have been in a really good position. So I trust him in his read on K-pop, but
My read on myself?
no, I trust Marlini's read on
Gotcha,
you.
gotcha.
Sorry.
It's like the
Blitz?
biggest mindfuck of all time. Because you keep throwing everything
I
out
think
of order.
they're stupid.
like
I'm scared that we
dynamite
can
and see what
destroy
happens.
this.
I think we don't lynch.
I thought it was Ben, okay, and then after that, I thought it was Cap because he keeps trying to make an appeal to me, right? Like, oh, hey, what do you think? And I don't like it when people buddy with anybody in that sense.
It's because he didn't vote for you. Didn't vote to kill him.
Yeah, but
I already have asked your opinion
Yeah.
last
Yeah,
two
I
games,
guess.
and I also, it's because you're quiet.
I still really
One,
want
I
to
think
kill
you make
Cap.
good reads, and two, you're quiet. I don't want to go to a vote on somebody without you putting in an opinion.
You voted
Even if
Cap.
that means you're Mafia, I still have to get something out of you.
Because I wanted to see who voted. Because I'm more suspicious of him than him.
What do you guys think about the K-pop? The Joseph? He's a nice guy.
Try to be.
You've been nice enough to in the end, though, I know. Like, what have you done that you would suggest that makes you very towny?
I really don't want to lynch anyone today, but that's recent. If we think LD was Mafia, I was one of the first people that said, well, maybe he's going for an exoneration play. I didn't jump on the bandwagon.
But he also helped you out.
This is also true. Well, then why would I throw him under the bus if he helped me out?
Because it was pretty clear that he didn't have a convincing argument.
If we were both Mafia, and he was protecting me, then throwing him under the bus immediately afterwards would be a dumb play or super fucking.
Well, it was
messed up.
almost unanimous for LD. So if you didn't vote for
No,
him,
it was not at that point. It was not. I was like the second person. Like James, was throwing LD under the bus, and I actually agreed with James, and then we started going around it. It was not bandwagoning, in my opinion, on LD. I kind of went bandwagoning on Mac. I kind of pointed her out. I was like the second or third person to do it, but kind of everyone was in there, so I don't think that's enough info to say I was super towny. Beyond that, I think all
I
of my
think we
reads.
could be fighting amongst ourselves, and we should just have killed Cap. I don't know why we didn't kill Cap.
I don't know why we should kill Cap.
Well, who do you want to kill?
I mean, I think Blitz hasn't had a really good defense, honestly.
Or script.
Can we get Blitz and EGM to talk?
do you want my defense or my
I want your
offense?
defense.
Okay.
Oh.
Why are you?
okay.
Why are you town?
I was 1,000% the first one on Mac.
Well, I'm not convinced Mac was Mafia.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Odds-wise, it just makes
Because
sense.
well, the medic could have just made the obvious plays, and if the Mafia made the obvious kills and the medic made the obvious saves, then it still would have been fine.
It's so unlikely, though.
Not
it
that
would have
unlikely.
set up like that.
It's not that unlikely. Medic
What
saved
are your other
themselves
reasons?
and live.
I just
Save
thought she was
Tinder
the
and
most
save.
she was the most expected for that.
Okay, and then what else other than that?
I mean, I haven't really tried to accuse anybody. I've been the person that's kind of been weighing the options out. And to be honest, if I was playing Mafia, I probably would have killed him first. Because at this point, I'm playing to win, right? And that would have been my game winner. That would have been my piece de resistance.
To do what?
If I had killed Jerry.
No, okay, you would never kill Jerry, even if you're a Mafia. Even if it would save your
Now he
skin, you would
sounds
never do
suspicious.
that.
I
You would
literally
never do that.
I literally watched him die 20 times in a game because I force-stabbed him.
There's a difference though, because in Dota you're kind of like in the game and enjoying it. This is Mafia. You really don't want
Alright.
Jerry to get thrown behind and
Look
just
at me
having
in
to
the
wait
eyes,
while you're still
okay?
playing.
Look at me in the eyes. On my sister's life, I would have sold this motherfucker out in 2 seconds.
you said like the same thing, the opposite the other
No, he
day.
said in the start that I hadn't played before and he wanted me to try out the game. I think it's different when we get this
Okay,
far.
maybe that's true because like
now
the other day, like you were talking about how you would never kill Jerry because he's your
Yeah,
friend. You
it was
wanted
I
to
said I
do
wouldn't
it.
kill him because it was his first time playing, and I said
That
that
was just because of his friend, not because it was your first
Alright,
time
when he lost that time when he was Mafia, right?
Yeah.
Did I say anything? Was I upset about
I don't
it?
think I was involved with that game.
Oh,
No, last game.
Was
yeah.
I?
No, yeah.
I wasn't involved in that game. So.
No. The first time, my brother. The second time, going down.
What do you think on K-pop?
Okay. Honest reads. I think he's cool, but I really don't want to say that because you keep throwing stuff out of the way.
Yeah.
So for next round, if you could just ease up a little and not just go on the, I think him, let's take turns, would be cool. I think.
I think a super another reason why we should just not lynch is because if there's two Mafia, we're still okay. It'll be 2 to 4. If there's only one Mafia, we're super Gucci, like by doing a no lynch tonight.
Who do you think's the most safe? Like in
Excluding
order.
you.
In order.
Excluding you.
Okay, in order, I think you're the most safe, and it's not even a question.
Yeah.
And then I think it's him,
I think Jerry's super safe.
and then
Okay.
fuck, it's such a toss up between
Go
them
ahead.
three. And then I think it's, oh my god. Stop looking at me while I deliberate. Go.
Talk amongst yourselves and you can get swapped.
I think in order it's you most, then him, then Scriff, I guess. But I don't know because we've only played once. And then I think it's Cap. And then I think it's a toss-up between Ben and Brian. But I think Brian's a little bit more likely, but it's very small.
What do you think, each safe in order?
Safest, second safest, third, fourth.
You think he's Mafia?
I think you're still Mafia. I think I will kill him first just to see if it or like if it happen, something happened, and then I will kill James just to be sure.
Why
Yeah,
do you think James is Mafia? I don't know.
Because
He's,
I believe in the play. Campbell died in the start, and he's just fucking destroying us. I believe
What do you
he can do
think?
it.
Safest. Trying to throw you under when you're safe is either like I don't know what kind of play that is. Like it almost makes me want to think Jerry is Mafia, but that's just kind of like the chances of you being Mafia are like 1% at this point, percentage-wise, because of all the plays and the chances of people dying, and considering the cop
Yeah, but we
wasn't
got
an
nothing
idiot.
out of the cop. Like we haven't gotten a single thing.
Because he got checked and was good, and you never come out if you've got nothing but goods unless the game's about to be over.
Or
And
someone-
the game,
or
I don't think
Bambo
it's anywhere
died.
close to being over. Or Bambo was cop.
Yeah.
And that
Um,
would just be really
I'm-
bad luck.
Yeah. And then
Really low
he's
percentage
winning.
I don't think we have really a good winning situation.
That's why I think we
if
should no
Bambo
lynch.
died
No
first.
lynch. Because if we have one Mafia left, we're super good. If we have two Mafia left, it's still 2-4, and we have another night to deliberate and get more information.
What information do we? I don't think we get that much.
We have a roll. I'm convinced that we have a roll left. Either
What if two of them are both dead?
and
Or
we're
what
kinda
if
bad off, but the
or
chances
what
of
if
both being dead
the
are not that. I mean,
medic saves no one? That doesn't tell us anything.
no, but I think we're still bad off.
We're in the
Our
same
chances.
situation with one less.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
definitely don't.
Exactly. Well, I mean,
I don't
our
like that
chances
roll.
of mislynching someone are really high.
Yeah,
really
but
high.
chances
Either
of
5 and
mislynching-
7 if there's two Mafia left, or 6 out of 7. if
But
there's
next
no
time
Mafia.
it's going to be even worse, I think.
Which is why we give it a night to get more info. We gain
We
info
don't-
from who dies. We gain info from who dies.
What if they just kill someone in
That's the
Mafia
main
instead
way
of
of gleaning info.
I mean, no one's really accusing much, Griff.
Do you press?
What do you think about? Yeah,
Someone
and
get
then
the door.
Jesus.
outside of that.
I just want to see Ben's face.
Why do you always want to kill Cat?
Ugh, God. I don't.
I don't trust Marines.
Now I just think it's Ben.
Well, what do you think the best play is? Do you agree
I
with him,
think
the best
he.
play?
I don't think I want to kill Scriff. I don't really want to kill EGM. I think it's two or one of these three, but I'm not really sure which.
I think it's either Ben.
But do you think the play of sleeping without lynching?
No, I think that's
You
terrible.
said on your sister's
Okay.
grave.
But we
This is
can't
not dead.
lynch.
On her life.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Why can't we lynch Cat?
Because
I can change
you
my vote.
Can you?
Yeah, we can just re-vote and I just say yes.
Oh, go, let's get it.
I don't want to kill him though.
Oh.
No lynch is the
I
best way.
can, but there's no
Lynch is the
convincing
best
argument to kill him
way.
as opposed to Brian.
No lynch is
You
the best way.
also can't vote for me a second time. I'm just gonna play.
No lynch is the
Oh, we
best
can't?
play.
Well,
Sorry.
No Lynch.
I know how excited.
We either
some
kill
of you
Ben or
You're
no
actually
Lynch.
really happy because you're alive.
I
Kill
think,
Brian.
huh? We kill Ben or we
No,
no
I,
Lynch.
no, I
Right.
specifically wouldn't have pointed that out
Who-
because
who-
that obviously puts bad.
Ben has been super fucking suspicious this entire game.
I want to kill him, and he wants to kill me. I think because he wants to kill me.
I mean, mutually assured destruction is a great way to win the game as town.
I'm the only person that wants
You
to kill
put
him.
2 people against them, and then you kill one night and kill the other one the next night, and you're usually good. Especially because we're in a position that no matter what we do, we won't lose tonight. Unless there's 3 Mafia left somehow, which is impossible.
Let's kill him.
So you can kill me
Unless they
now, but
fucking
you better
double tap.
fucking kill Ben the next night. Or the next day. I think we should know Lynch.
Why am I suspicious? Because I want
You've
to
been
kill
playing super spoke. Well, first of all, I said kill you first, and then you threw it back on me. You've been very suspicious the entire time. You're really quick to jump on James, onto me. You've been relatively quiet. You haven't really defended anyone. You've
Hey,
been
why wouldn't I
all
kill
about
him?
killing.
Really fast.
You've been all about
I
killing,
actually
not about
only have
defending.
13 minutes left
Yeah, likewise.
until I cast.
So we
Okay.
cast.
Okay.
Likewise.
Who wants to kill Ben?
I mean, we either kill Ben or we know Lynch.
I kill him. Kill him. I vote
Okay,
kill.
well, James, that was a formal accusation against Ben.
No.
K-pop, that was the second.
I said who
Ben, why
wants
don't you
to.
defend?
He said
I said
who
who
wants
wants
to. He said who
Yeah.
wants to. I'll throw a formal accusation against Ben. Let's go.
Okay, does someone want to second that? All right, then.
I throw an accusation on Brian.
Does someone want to second
I
that?
wanted to kill him first. I
Let's kill
actually
him.
think you're
Okay.
safe.
There's
Yeah,
a second. What's your defense?
My defense is, God, so we have a formal accusation, right? Okay, can I get a straw poll? Who's honestly, if I don't have a good defense, who's gonna just fucking kill me this turn? Honestly.
If you don't have
Okay, I'm the fucking cop. I played terrible. I checked James. He was bad. He was town.
You either
I
had
checked
a card or he was.
I checked Cinder in turn 2 because I thought he was being really tricky. And
I
then
don't think you're that bad.
And he was no. Sin was playing so well that if I knew he was Mafia, he would destroy us because no one thought it was Sin. So as a run town, let's be careful. I checked Sin. He was town, and then he died. I checked Pimp. He was town. Then he died. I've been useless, but I'm cop.
I mean, the whole entire time he's been setting this thing up, basically that he had a special card down. I don't know if that was basically him setting up a backup plan the whole entire time, but the whole entire time he's been very.
fact that no one's
and we
counterplaying
started
cop
this whole
means I'm
thing
cop.
off, right, James? The
Why?
very first start of the game was
You
that
said
we
he was
determined
something.
he had a special card, right? Didn't necessarily mean he was Mafia, but he had a special card.
I believe he's cop.
I'm cop. I've just
I
been
can
shit.
believe
Why? Who are you gonna check?
I was gonna check Ben tonight.
And that's why he's so desperate
You can check.
to not go for the whole entire Lynch play, because we get more
He just wanna
information,
check.
right? The death
Okay.
doesn't
That's why
necessarily
he's
give us
so
that much
sure
information,
there's
but
one
the read obviously
special ally
does.
as well. He is the
I agree.
The problem is now
Now I'm
he's
dead.
not going to get any.
Now I'm dead.
Now
Show
he's
me the
dead.
medics
We
dead.
should just leave.
Now I'm dead
Alright,
because the medic's dead.
So who do you want to kill? Him or him?
Ben, we should fucking kill Ben.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's kill Ben. Let's go.
Why me? I wanted it.
Okay.
Wait just a second.
So that was all right. So that was an accusation in a second. What's your defense?
I mean, I think if you kill me and then you kill him, I know I'm a townsperson, and I think it's gonna be what 3-2. I think you're
So
putting
James,
yourself in a bad position.
no, so
We
Brian
can't-
gets shot if we lynch you.
Yeah, like we've
Yeah,
got
Brian
one
gets
special
shot.
left.
And then we
Okay,
lynch this part.
I'm not sure if I'm going to vote for Ben because he didn't vote for me. And I really felt like the whole entire vibe was going to go against me. I don't understand why he wouldn't vote for me because he'd be one step closer to success. I'm not sure if the information he gained out of that as Mafia is actually that valuable.
But if we kill
I mean-
him, and then you're gonna probably die now
Yeah.
that you come
Unless
out
we have
as
the medical
cop.
alive.
Yeah. I don't think the
Chances
medics.
I don't think medic's
not
alive.
this far.
I think it was probably Pin.
I think Syndrome actually, because he saved himself. That's right.
No, he would have said something. 'Cause
Wait,
he knew
wait,
he was gonna die
wait,
next.
wait.
You check Pip.
Ah.
I checked Pimp in round
Do-
3.
Do you get tell it's a town or if it's
Pimp
a
was,
medic?
I
No,
know.
you
You
don't
only
need
know
to-
if
you
you're
don't
You don't know
want-
if
you
they're
just
alive.
get-
You don't know if
for
they're alive.
our best odds, kill him.
Yes.
Check him.
No. If you check
I'm
him, he's
dead.
gonna die.
I'm dead.
You can't check him.
Yeah.
But you should still kill Ben. Ben is still the obvious kill.
Should we just
Why
kill
am I the
him and
obvious
then you
kill?
next?
Because you're going all on top of me, and you've been super suspicious this entire time.
Well, we just got good information out of you that you're a cop.
Yeah, but you don't want to force that out. It would have been much better for me to stay undercover for tonight.
Yo, let's just.
Because that's what I wanted to do.
Just move the show.
You gotta
along.
listen.
Bring Ben, right? Come on, move it.
I mean, I think he's right. I think he's not. I think he's a townie, but I
This
don't.
is what you're going to say now.
Well, yeah, because we got good information.
Why don't you think it's
I
EGM
supported
or
him. I
Blitz?
didn't want to kill him. I could have easily just killed him.
Blitz convinced. I think EGM's been playing super towny. Like he made like these really like funny remarks at the beginning, which is not something I feel like he'd say.
Let's go.
Oh, okay,
Do it.
what's your reasoning for him not voting
Ben
on
has
me?
been against me this entire time.
No, what's your reasoning on
Yeah.
why he didn't vote on me? Because if he's Mafia, he would have been in a great
Yeah,
position.
but
if
that's
you
what
guys
his
lynched
excuse
me.
was. He wanted to see who voted, but that's like saying, "Oh, I didn't vote because I wanted to see who voted."
I think
That's
Ben's
a
all
nice
about
play.
the.
Let's
Ben,
take him out.
Ben is all about the
Yeah.
slightly
Come on.
slightly not perfect, but like kind of underhanded mafia plays.
All
I
right,
think.
we're doing it. Take him out. Stick
Okay.
one.
All right, voting to
I
go
got
Ben.
Ben.
All right.
I think we're gonna be okay.
Heads down. All right. If you want to vote to go Ben, 3, 2, 1. Hands up. Heads up, and Ben is dead.
Woof woof.
Who didn't vote? You. I think it was Tony, probably.
Yes.
Okay. And now it's nighttime. Everyone heads down.
Game's still
Mafia, heads up. Who is your first victim? And who is your second victim? All right. Mafia heads down. Cop head up. Who are you accusing? Cop head down. Medic head up. Who are you saving? All right. Everyone heads up. Nobody died.
Who is it?
Holy
check
shit.
cap. Check cap was good.
Okay.
So we have a medic who is still
So it's
alive.
these,
Who is
these
who?
guys. These guys. These guys are out.
I saved him.
Sick.
Fuck yeah! I checked you. You were good. So it's
Three.
these guys. It's one of these.
One
three.
of these
Why-
quiet motherfuckers.
Why are you still buying? Why are you still?
I'm still
saying
buying
this?
him.
So I'm dead tonight. I checked you. You're good.
Okay, so Tauntaun.
Mafia. One of the three.
Okay, one.
Because I think unless there's either two of you and Ben was town, or there's one of you
I've had
and
a
Ben.
hunch about Blitz, but I shouldn't say anything.
It's unlikely though
Like,
that
you
there's-
figure it out. Cause
I still have a.
if any one of us three talk, it's like it's
shit,
gonna
shit.
cast suspicion on ourselves, right?
Very silent, guys.
That's very true.
What's the chances that we still have 2 Mafia left?
I mean, that would require either one of Mac, LD, or Ben.
I think
to not
LD
be
was Mafia. Did Blitz wanna kill him? in the
Oh,
beginning?
you've got all the information on who you saved, right?
Yeah.
So who were the in order? Who did you save?
Saved Sin first, because I thought he was going to get taken out and they tried to shoot him.
Right.
Then I saved me, and I think that also, I think maybe.
You saved yourself, I think. Maybe.
Yeah, and I
Saved
think
yourself,
actually
and you would have been
worked.
targeted right that turn.
Yeah.
I think there's a chance
I
there's two
saved
Mafia.
Ben because I kind of trusted him and I actually think he was town, which makes me kind of believe Blitz a little bit because he thought he was town and he was the only person that voted no. And that would make him quite suspicious. I got a bad feeling about EGM because EGM didn't chip in much, and then there was someone said something and he jumped on it pretty quickly.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And still with Scriff, I don't know, but Scriff's been playing with me almost from the get-go. But I don't know if that's because he's like, oh,
And
this
I'm
guy's
used to
safe.
cover up play.
You know what I mean? Like just, but he was much more relaxed this time. Either that or I make him more relaxed because I'm his owner.
What was the whole thing that you said with Blitz? Like how exactly?
I don't
did
think
that...
he'd kill Jerry, like ever.
You don't think he would kill Jerry?
He wouldn't go out of his way to kill Jerry. Like,
And-
he'd only
and what
kill
did
Jerry
you
if it
say,
made
Blitz?
sense to kill Jerry.
Blitz, what did you say?
I swore on my sister's life that I would kill Jerry the first chance I could.
If you were on opposite teams, right? So there is a very low chance that there's 2 Mafia and they're both on the same team, right? Because that still
Relatively low.
exonerates him with the whole fucking promise. He can make that promise because they're not on opposite teams, right? So he wouldn't actually kill him in this game.
I'm unfortunately dead as fuck. But we know it's. If there's 2 Mafia left and we miss Lynch, I think we lose.
What's the easiest
If
way?
we were to take one of them down, Scriff, who would you choose?
Yeah.
I had a hunch about Blitz earlier, but I'm not sure. Like, still not sure.
Think about the
haven't
voting.
Just being quiet,
Okay.
like me.
For 2 seconds, can we just backtrack really quickly?
Yeah.
Let's just go through the voting history, and that would be
I
the
think
easiest way
you
to do
voted
it.
no on
Yeah.
Because I'm not convinced
Go
Merlin
on,
was
say it.
Mafia.
Okay. So who did we vote on? Like, how did people vote? Do you guys remember?
So we start out.
Mac?
I voted on Mac, LD, and I said no to Ben, and I said no to you, and I said no to you. It's definitely not these two. There's no way that he's bullshitting.
No one counterclaimed cop, so I'm cop.
He's Tom. He's Tom. He's Tom.
Yeah, 100%.
Because he checked James and Cap.
God, if I had cop placement,
So it's either you, me, or EGM, basically.
Yeah.
That's what they have to figure
Exactly. And we only, yeah.
Why are you saying? Why did you say Blitz?
out. I don't know. Like I had a feeling because the game before, like I was just going on the game before when I said it. He was like more involved and he was sitting here with like Van and shit, and Bambo as well. But like this game, he didn't talk as much in the beginning, like in that game, but not much other than that.
You normally have to talk to Blitz to get information.
Yeah.
I really don't think Blitz would go out of his way to kill Jerry early like he's saying he would.
To be fair
That
though,
makes any sense. I don't think that makes any sense.
to be fair, I kept trying to talk 25 different times, and you know me. If I have to repeat myself, I'm just not gonna say it.
And that's why I keep
do.
pointing you out to talk.
I do the same.
Yeah, but I kept trying to, cause
We gave you some time to
even
talk.
Puff, no, cause it had to be pinpoint.
Especially with LD or like I pointed you out
And
a
with
couple times when you
LD,
talked.
I said I was the person that instigated that in the first place.
Yeah, but LD might have been town. I'm not convinced. Like one of LD or Mac had to have not been.
Well,
had to have been
LD,
town.
he's saying he instigated town, or LD.
After
Is that true?
his thing, and I was the one to do it to Mac as well. And
Yeah,
the likelihood of one of them too.
One of them is most likely.
And like EGM's just kind of like being a troll the whole game. He's like
Yeah.
thinks I'm Mafia.
Well, the thing is, I think Jerry's a good Lynch, just because we know it's one of these three, and Jerry's not like is kind of not been able to contribute much. So he's one of the safe Lynches. I think the fact that Blitz isn't dead is also like a show that EGM might be Mafia, because unless he has a reason to kill Blitz, he won't.
The easy plays for script.
I think I'm gonna make it a formal accusation because we need to go.
Does someone want to second this accusation against Jerry?
I'll second this accusation.
Okay,
Yeah, I just don't
defend
like him
yourself.
much.
What do you have to say for yourself in defense?
Either me or Scriff or Blitz.
That's a factual statement.
That is a very good
Can we
defense.
move into voting?
Alright.
I got nothing on him. He's been trolling the whole game, so it's just like.
Might as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And then
All right.
we'll play lie detector.
Okay, voting to kill Jerry, heads down, 3, 2, 1, hands up, and heads up, that's a majority, Jerry is dead. Alright, and now it is nighttime, everyone
Game
heads
still
down,
goes on.
Oh God.
everyone heads down, Mafia heads up. Who is your first victim? Alright, and who is your second victim? Alright, Mafia heads down, Cop head up. Who are you accusing? Cop head down, and Medic head up. Who are you saving?
Thank you.
Alright, everyone heads up. K-pop is dead.
Bye, K-pop.
Who did you try to say? Who did you try to say? Because you
Well, I
couldn't
mean,
save him.
I can't.
You can't save him twice.
But they were
Yeah,
already
exactly.
It didn't
So-
matter.
Yeah,
They were going to kill him anyway.
That's true.
So you're good. I can be on the panel.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
Oh shit.
And Jerry, you're dead, right? So it's
us
Blitz
two
or
have to make
Script.
this consensus between Blitz or script.
Wait a second. I know I'm not in the game. Can I ask a question about something just to know it for future games? If the medic wants to, can they choose to not save anyone so that in the next round they have free choice between all of them? Because else they block a slot that they can't save again.
Yeah, shouldn't they?
Can you empty save around, or do you have to?
I think you have to save someone.
I don't think you do. It's like the same way as killing someone. You never have to kill someone.
Yeah,
You can choose not to save anyone
Yes,
if you think it's the
probably.
best play. Because James could technically do that here if he's sure
Well,
people
no,
dies.
yeah, but I couldn't save him, so I just didn't.
No,
like, there's no.
what I mean is then if you save one of you three, you wouldn't be able to save them again this night.
Oh, okay.
So if you don't waste your save and someone gets lynched now and you don't win, then you would be able to use your medic.
Can it be discussed after they finish the game?
Yeah, I was just, while it was still fresh.
I have to cast like
Yeah.
right now. Yeah.
So we have to go, James, you and I have to come to a consensus between Blitz or script.
All I'm gonna say is, James, you know me, you had the right read from the get-go, basically.
They've gone 2-2 in their matches. How's that possible? Oh, they just had 2 draws. So then why are they not 0-0?
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
You have a large penis? I don't
Oh, the middle one.
It didn't work for Ben. He got killed.
Alright,
Woof, motherfucker.
I was the first one to say that you were clean, right? I voted no for you as well.
But he voted.
Yes,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
that's how the voting went. When was I wrong about the voting?
And you voted no for the last kill, which was on who? On Blitz. No.
And Jerry.
He voted no on me as well.
We'll be the casters.
I
mean, he was pretty vocal about the fact that.
What do you think about these two?
What did you vote
He was
for?
pretty vocal about the fact that.
I voted for.
But also the fact that he didn't vote for me is good, scripted.
How sure are you it's him?
Like 100%. There's no other way that this can go.
How sure are you it's him?
200%.
I say we kill the lapdog. He's turned bad.
Yes.
Fucking kidding me.
I also just
super,
feel
super fucking stupid.
Okay,
but
so
yeah.
is that a
Wait,
formal accusation
wait,
against
wait.
us?
Go with your first fucking feeling, dude. Or I want my cigarette pack back.
Blitz either like sold out one of his own Mafia at some point.
I think he fucking sold his sister to the grave. I'm fucking dead serious.
I mean, that would have been a really good play if he'd like actually sicked us on Mac
So we saw and talked to Blitz.
and then sicked us on LD later, right? It would be a sick play.
I think Shane.
But I could have just won if I was Mafia. And
Yeah,
voted
but he
yes on
wasn't
you.
sure about LD from the get-go. He was trying to like not
Are you
say
serious?
it was LD, and then
Okay.
you flipped.
No.
Yeah, you did.
It's not how
you
that's,
did.
that's not how that went at all. What happened was he said, "Oh, it's LD," and I was like, "What?" And you just wanted to kill him from the get-go, and then I was the one that started giving everybody bases for doing it. I was the one that started giving people bases for killing Mac as well. I voted no on Ben because I was certain it wasn't him. I voted no on GM because I knew you guys would all say yes, and I didn't want him to think I was a dick. And I voted no on Cap. If I was Mafia, I could have won the game in 6 different ways.
Yep.
All I had to do was wait it out.
This is actually
You're
very,
cool?
my call. I would say Spriff. I mean, again, like he didn't vote for me. Like if he actually played like the incredibly long con. If like just based on all
If
of
I
his
sold out
voting, everything that
2
he
people in the beginning, I would have actually just been like, oh, I'll just 1v14 this.
I mean, he is a Storm Spirit spammer. That's pretty much how he got to 7K.
I can't read him.
So
I can't see his fucking eyes.
yeah.
Jess, please.
Go for the obvious one, Jesus.
Low-hanging fruit.
Yo, what's your defense?
Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't have a strong defense, but
Fuck. Okay. Why can't you have a strong defense?
no. But what did I do? Like, I
I think
put
I'm
easy.
passing actually.
No,
I came up with arguments with the cop and medics.
Oh, for this one?
What was the argument?
Oh,
But
I
like
guess
they
I-
should come out
It's like we're gonna
if they had
start
like
5
good reads,
minutes.
and then when it
Okay,
came
I'll
out,
try
What
to-
does that matter?
Okay, wait.
it matters because it's
give
like
spoilers.
I was trying to help. Why did I try to kill Cap? Because I thought it was a majority, and I actually thought it was him because from last game he was like way more active. In this game he wasn't.
They're so hard to read. I don't know. You have a hunch on him? My
I mean, oh, let's put it this way. I would be impressed and happy if I lynched incorrectly on
Yeah,
script
and he wins,
and Blitz
yeah.
won, and I would be like, oh my god, if I lynched Blitz and let
Wait,
script
wait.
just skip by the whole
I
time.
think we should just lynch. You're happy?
I mean,
Obviously.
we're short
Oh
on
my god!
time.
We're gonna win the game.
Alright.
No, you're gonna.
We're short on time.
Okay, so voting
How
for
serious?
script.
Okay,
You
yeah,
make
feel
your
free.
decision.
We'll let Blitz win if he's played amazing.
Okay.
I'm going to go on your hunch, even though my original thought was he's definitely town, but I think the laptop.
Oh,
laptop's
okay,
on
good.
that.
I'm
Let's
glad
go.
you're putting this on me.
All pressure on you, but you get
Thank
all
you.
the credit, okay?
That's fucking Blitz.
Are you
Blitz,
Okay, let's
Blitz,
go.
well played.
Okay,
Let's
so
go.
Well
we're
played.
voting
I
to
accuse
lynch
script.
script.
Well
Alright.
played, Blitz.
You
So
seconded.
script is dead.
Did we lose?
If there's one, if there's
the
one
Mafia is
Mafia.
still alive.
Motherfucker!
So
Get out of here!
it's lost.
I told you!
All of my reads. But wait,
Why is
there's
the
a
game
knight.
over?
That you can save.
Why is the
Either
game
one of
over?
you.
Why is the game
And he
over?
loses next
You have
time
a
because
medic.
they will lose.
You
Yeah,
can
but
say
wait,
so.
it's not
If that's
over
the
yet.
guy who tries to kill you, win.
We have a medic.
Well, then,
All right,
then
nighttime.
it's mind games. It's mind games.
Nighttime.
Nighttime.
50-50 game.
There's nighttime.
What?
There's a
It's
not over
50-50.
yet.
He saves.
You have to decide
and
who
lynch
you
you next.
save.
50-50 game. You have to pick who you
Holy
kill.
shit, this
If
game
James
is so
saves him,
sad.
you lose. Let's go.
Okay. Can I just
Now it's on you, motherfucker. That's what you get.
So
Give me
it's
my
next
cigarette pack back.
Sorry.
Right now.
You were a good
Right
dog.
now.
You were a good dog.
Good boy. Fucking.
Alright, so it's
kill
next
your
time, so
fucking
Mafia,
pet.
who do you kill?
No.
Right?
No, it's
Heads
not.
down.
Put your heads down.
No, but
Put your heads down.
Heads
Yeah,
down.
no, wait.
alright, heads down, Mafia, head up. Who do you kill? Okay. Medic, head up. Who do you save? Are you gonna be observant?
Give me a second, I'm getting my med kit. Does anybody need mouth to mouth?
So, didn't you save yourself last time?
Well, I didn't throw out a save really because there was no one, but yeah, okay. If you did
So
save
can't
yourself
save
last
him.
time, you have to go
So
for
you have
cap.
to save Cap. Okay, so then you save him.
Yeah.
Because he was trying to get killed.
So, what a fuck!
Wait, who are you lynching?
So now,
Now you won.
Yeah.
Let's go for cap.
Get fucked,
Wait. I just want to say.
You sold out Grace and you still lost.
was out of accident.
You sold out your fucking sister, dude.
Yeah,
You
I
still lost.
I know you would have chosen you over you.
You sold out your fucking sister.